All right, boys, we are in for some Godbound gaming. Hold on, let me look real quick. Bah, there we go. All right, boys, we are in once again. We got that Godbound gaming in here, boys. Such a good time. James, can you hit that funky music, white boy?
It's on. You're just not in the activity. No, you're in activity?
I
You're in
am
activity. It's on.
weird. I had to press play myself.
Oh, that's weird.
Strange. Weird. Okay, well, whatever. Anywho, boys. Anywho, welcome in, everybody. It's been a long awaited day for this, and we have been doing a subathon as of time of this recording, all the way for about a week now. But we're still going. We're still going. And this episode's gonna be smack dab in the fucking middle of it. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to archive, rip it out, and then archive it. But
Yeah.
anywho, boys, thank you guys so much for hopping in and hanging out. If you guys are watching live, as well as if you are watching the VOD, I hope you guys enjoy the content we have provided for today. James, do you want to give a little recap as what we were doing last time?
So last time you visited another site of grace, Elden Ring. Wow, my
Oh
brain's
yes.
you visited another site of inheritance.
Mhm.
In the site of inheritance, you were actually pulled in alone. It was outside of your father's territory. You're pulled in alone, and you met a powerful sage, quite intelligent and powerful theurge, user of theurge rather,
Yeah, Lich Boy.
who gave you who gave you the black flames of death,
Mhm.
allowing you to rend small hordes, yeah, like hordes of lesser foes and with low HP. After that, you chose to travel home for a little bit of respite. You chatted with your father, and now you're gearing up to go back out again to the last set of inheritance that you know of. Up to this point in time, at least.
Question again. I wanted to quickly ask this because now that I'm looking at it, I didn't notice this before stream.
What's up?
Is Flame of Death an auto hit attack
Yeah.
even against other creatures?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's just a 5d10 auto hit. Nice.
Yeah. That's the point of like smite attacks that take effort to use, but mostly effort to use. Is that because it's based on the smite ability you can take, but slightly more powerful.
Mm.
Um, does more damage and does a whole AoE thing. But essentially, yes, it just auto hits.
Okay. So in that case, let's see here.
I think it has a. I thought it had a section for auto hit stuff. I'm probably just going there. Yes, I am quite excited for this game.
There we go. So it does cost effort to use, though, right?
Correct.
Okay. I see. Fair enough. Gotcha. All right.
That was the debate of whether or not I should let you use Blight or not, because this is lightly stronger, but requires effort to use, whereas Blight is very, very similar.
Light is very, very similar. It's a little less
Yeah.
powerful, though. It's
Hold
8d8
up.
versus 5d10. I think Blight's a little stronger, though.
Exactly. That's why I was like on Blight, because
Would that
yeah.
mean, since it's a smite action, level 4 through 9 would require an effort to use?
No, Smite action is just you can't use them twice in a row.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Oh yeah, no, you're all good. But yeah, that's what that does. Yeah. But yeah, so Smart Blight is action attack, whereas the Smite one is not. The what's it called? The flames.
Mm-hmm.
They just auto hit. I do believe it's that you can't use that attack twice in a row. Although I think you can use two smite actions in a row.
Ooh, actually,
Hmm.
do some theurgy say you can use it as a smite action?
Why?
I don't think any theurgy does.
No, this is I put this one in there just because none of them are really None of the theories are really meant for like just straight attacking.
Yeah, actually, some are kinda.
Plus is
Um,
like far distance lance,
mhm,
but that's less of an attack and more of a kamikaze.
mhm. Because I would already have to commit effort to use a gate quickly. So,
Exactly, that is the effort it takes. Yeah, it's not because it's a smite. It doesn't take effort because it's a smite action. It takes effort because it's a gate spell.
mm, okay. I see. I see. All right. Okay. Cool. 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 I got you. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure. I just want to clarify on that. So I
I gotcha.
don't. So I'm not using it improperly or spending too much or too little resources.
Mm-hmm. I
All right.
gotcha.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. All right. So you can go ahead with the recap.
Good. Well, that was most of
Oh,
the recap.
that
Was
was most
that
of it.
you
Okay.
got prepared? Yes. You have also been having occasional skirmishes with the dragon cult, which culminated in them just rushing with a giant beast along with many stone wolves, trying to rush you and take you down. It seems like they're getting progressively more insistent and aggressive against you.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what this will culminate to? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Foreshadowing, foreshadowing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I know, I
Very, very subtle there, James. Very subtle.
know. So, you had already talked to your father, so
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's like, next step, you take a nice night to rest. You get up nice bright and early, you get on your haunches, you have all of your, all your food and necessities with you. But before you can leave, one of the priests rushes up to you and hands you a bag. It's a last minute gift from the Forge God. He said it should be of use to you.
I'm gonna look a little puzzled as I take the bag and go, send my regards, I suppose. As I go ahead and grab the bag and look inside.
It's a slightly heavier bag than you would, slightly heavier than you would think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
You look inside it and it's empty. It looks like you look at it again, and you realize it's not a normal bag. You can add a bag of holding to your list of items.
Of course, of course. Okay. I mean, that's.
I haven't given one to you, so might as
I mean,
well.
that's fine. I've been kind of barely keeping track of my inventory to begin with.
Yeah, I feel like you don't have much inventory anyway. Might as well just give you a bag of holding.
Yeah. I mean, I figured a small bag, like a satchel bag, would be more than enough.
This is similar, like this looks like a satchel bag, but it holds more than it should,
Okay.
kind of thing. Just a small little token of his gratitude, because you basically gave him free passage into your father's land, so he wouldn't be messed with at all. So it's a nice little token of his gratitude.
Mm.
But without any further ado, you start traveling out to the last site of inheritance. Your spirits are high, having seen your father after, it's been a decent bit of time since you had
It's
last seen your
it's
father.
been like a week.
Well, that, I think it's been like two.
Really?
Maybe 1.5.
Maybe probably about 1.5.
Yeah, actually, yeah, somewhere in that area. It's been a bit though. It's been a bit.
Would have been a lot longer if it wasn't for the fact that I can teleport home.
That's true. That is true.
Exactly.
Um, as each site, your power and your knowledge grows, as well as your curiosity towards the past and who your progenitor was,
Hmm.
who they were fighting, why they were fighting. But nonetheless, none of that matters too much, except for your own curiosity. As the power you gain is not for his purposes, but for your own. To be able to be a true blade for Galar, to strike down anyone who would stand in your or his way, to expand your father's territory and create a truly powerful theocracy that none could simply scoff at. As you ride through your father's territory, you look around, seeing an occasional small village.
Hmm.
You can see, like, some of them having a couple of undead stationed there, sometimes as guards, other times as spacey farmhands. You can see the good necromancy has done for your father's territory, and the people themselves are fairly happy. You see a few wave to you when they see your holy crest, denoting you as, I would say probably as the one of like a head priest or something.
Mm-hmm.
But as you do, you feel a burning sensation, a slight burning sensation in your eyes as your staff glows slightly.
Are we getting near the site?
No, you're getting a vision.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm. You can see the villages not as they are now, but maybe as they used to be. You see them burning down. The buildings get burned down. Many lie dead as soldiers and knights and even the occasional mage with crests of foreign gods burn and pillage. But before you can see more detail on like an accurate picture of like what their crests are or even any of the people, the vision ends. Your Hans kind of goes off track a little bit. You feel nauseous. You feel like a thin line of sweat on your forehead as you are a bit shaken up from the experience of having your consciousness ripped away while riding on horseback.
I'll try and quickly move the Hans back to in line with the rest of the group as I'll just kind of brace myself against its thick fucking neck. And just kind of try and compose myself the best I can. Must
You
not
see,
show weakness in front of the boys.
Cole kind of looks at you concerned as he saw you go off track a little bit. Are you alright, young master?
He's gonna raise his hand and go, "Don't worry, it's fine. It's just a small migraine. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine."
He nods slowly for focusing his attention back on the road. You can feel the cautious eyes of Azeroth as he rides behind you, kind of a bit more concerned now. You can see he's watching a bit more intently.
But I will try my best to keep moving the best I can. Once I finally feel normal again, I'm going to begin preoccupying my mind with something else than the land around me by continuing to engrave additional runes into my time ring, and begin performing more, basically restocking my ring, but this time more spells than I could before. This time adding more complexity to the runes, not necessarily adding like crowding them in, but just overlaying them on top of each other, to an extent almost as if you have rings built upon rings built upon rings, right?
Mm-hmm.
That all just kind of coalesce smaller onto the band. Now I can hold 5 theurgy.
Making an
5 theurgy.
array, like an array of magic circles,
Yes.
interweaving. Also, seeing you engraving your spells once again. Nat 20.
Becomes an eldritch right there.
He's getting closer. He's getting closer to becoming an eldritch. You
We'll
can
see.
see his eyes like light up as he watches you engrave. You can see the cogs turn more as he starts to have an inkling of understanding of your magic.
I'm going to have the following spells today engraved on there. I'm going to have you know what, let's put we're of course gonna put Far Distant Lance, Curse of Blighted Strand. Let's throw, so that's 2. Then let me grab, say 5 effort on there now. see here. I'm gonna do another 3. I have 2 effort now, so I have another 3. So I'm gonna do another 2 spells because I have 1 effort I want to save for the other feature on there. I'm gonna throw Flame of Death on there. And I'm gonna put Seal of Regal Domination as well.
All right.
Those are the
Okay.
spells that I will bind to. Those are the spells I will bind to my ring. And that will take me quite a while today.
I think it's probably like most of your day just spent carefully inscribing the runes. It's not something that's meant to be rushed. It's an artisan's craft.
Truly.
Artisanal runes.
I will store those spells deep within the ring so that I may use them when I get the chance.
Mm-hmm. They're gourmet runes,
Of course.
if you would.
Of course.
Yes, yes. Um, yes, it goes without a hitch. You know, you're riding along. Cole and Ezroth simply. You see Ezroth like watching you a bit, but also
Mm-hmm.
watching the area around. Before pulling out a book and starting to read, which slightly surprises you, as normally you're used to Cole being the one who's reading, not Ezroth. But soon after, you see Cole channeling his magic, trying to create complex magic circles of his own, kind of poking at his next level of magic. Not getting particularly close to his next level of magic, but still, nonetheless, you see him making progress towards it.
Mm.
His creation of runes becoming faster and more refined. But soon enough, the sun begins to set, and a small sense of weariness, like, envelops your companions as you can see them getting a bit fatigued from the day of riding. While being easier than riding horses, it still does take a certain amount of energy out of you riding the haunces.
I mean, it's just about as exhausting as riding a horse, so yeah.
You don't have to control them as much.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of like riding in a car for that long, and it's kind of,
yeah, you still be fairly attentive. So you hop down, you make camp. You in your little tent. Cole with a small tent of his own, and Azeroth just leaned against a tree. Cole falls asleep fairly quickly, being, well, tired. But Azeroth, you see him with an amount of ancient tomes and scrolls around him. He's been channeling his energy.
where do you get these tomes and scrolls?
You can ask him if you want.
Did he get them from home? I could only assume.
Yeah, you got them while you were home.
Okay. Go for it. I'll observe. I'll observe for now, from where I'm at.
Okay. You see him close his eyes. You see him focusing his energy inward. You see him drawing in more and more inward, condensing. You see ice begin to form around him, naturally. You can see a faint golden glow within him. You see it start to spark from deep within his soul. But before it can really ignite and become a powerful divine energy, you see it snuff out and fade. You see his eyes open. He's exhausted. You can see like the sweat on his brow. Him just huffing, as if he had run a marathon or fought an army on his own. Shortly after, he packs up his books and scrolls and puts them away before leaning against a tree and falling asleep.
I'll wait until he does fall asleep, and then I'll get up walk on over and flip through the books he was looking at.
You see, one of the books is it's actually a fair few books. One of them is on conjuration magic, specifically about spirits themselves. Another one is on the nature magic he's been training in, and the third is actually about the divine magic that paladins use.
Ah, yes. Paladin magic for dummies, I understand.
Very much, yes. You see, it's not the normal, almost nightly paladin magic you would see. This one is of a specific order of paladin, a specific type of paladin. Ones whose divine energy flows freely out of them as they fight entire armies on their own, never standing down, even after they should be dead 100 times over. And living to tell the tale. The Undying Paladins.
Looks like he's really putting in the work.
Oh, he is, yes.
I'll keep flipping through them and seeing, like, getting a better idea about exactly what he's looking for. Until I get, to the point where I'm at, like, a pretty good understanding of exactly what he's trying to channel right now. Trying to go through the same pages he was looking through, glance through all of those, and then I'll walk on over to him, feel down, and just kind of gauge his talent once again, like get a fresh gauge of his talent.
Okay. You don't feel much of a talent for any traditional types of magic, but you feel like his body has. You can feel like a small difficulty in terms of like, essentially drawing in magic, or energy in general. But you can see like his body is like a massive reservoir, being able to hold a large amount of energy, probably due to the fact that he has a very strong body. One's able to channel large amounts of energy.
I wonder. It wouldn't make much sense for me to do this, but he kind of wants to see if he can pass a test of a sort. See if he can get stronger regardless. See if he can truly find his own way. I'm thinking about sealing his current magic, letting him push through it and get stronger back to where he's at currently, and then just releasing it and seeing him explode with potential. But I kind of feel like it'd be a little too harsh on him, a little too against the grain. So I'll go sit down. I'll put the books back exactly how he had them. Then I'll go sit back down. And you know what? I think tonight specifically, I think he'll just take a, you know what? No, he's gonna get up and just take a walk.
Okay.
Just take a walk through the night, just kind of milling through.
Wow, this actually works really well.
Milling through his adventures for the last couple of weeks. He'll take Steve with him just for the sake of it. Just have a bodyguard present. He'll leave Chance and Hans back there.
You can feel something pulling you like towards a specific place in the forest. It doesn't feel like a pull, like something forcing you to go somewhere, but more like an invitation.
Sure, I'll be dumb and take the bait. Let's go.
It is magic you recognize.
Oh.
Because as you walk through the forest, Just leaning casually against a tree, you see a wooden door. That really should not lead anywhere at all.
And I recognize this to be the one who understands.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Okay. Pleasant. He'll just kind of put his hands on his hips and go, oh. Well, this is unexpected, but I would be lying if I didn't say I was pleased. Well, Steve, come on, let's go. As I walk up to the door, grab the handle, turn it, push.
Steve kind of nods as he kind of quickly follows along. You open it up, it's the same. You know where you are. You've been here before.
Yeah, I've been here before.
Yes, I am gonna give you the battle map.
Oh, the battle map, boys. Are you gonna clear off all the fucking tokens but mine?
Well, you and Steve are here, so.
No, well, still.
You know, Steve.
Because it would be a miss if you just put us on the battle map and didn't reset the map.
Why would I not reset the map?
I've done it a few times.
Yeah, I almost did it too, but you know. Actually, I haven't reset the bridge.
Oh, yes, but I look so much different now than last time I was here.
You do.
I look so much different.
You can see him kind of. You see him sitting on one of the fallen stone pillars, gazing up at the endless sky.
Oh. I will be upon seeing him, I'll slowly walk out up towards him. I'll let Steve walk up behind me as we go down. I'll be walking in a friendly manner, you know, just kind of walking on up.
It seems as if he hasn't noticed your presence yet.
I'll sit down on this rock right here. Let Steve stand there next to me and go, Uncle, I've arrived. As I pop a squat.
You seem kind of a bit surprised. Ah, you have arrived. I didn't notice you enter. It seems you've grown a bit lighter of foot since we've last talked.
Thank you, I suppose.
He hops down. He kind of walks around you a little bit.
I'll stand for him at this point since he looks like he's looking around me.
He looks over you. Looks at your arm, the runes leaning up your arm now being much more skeletal than it was before.
I mean, to be fair though, my cloak does go down towards my wrist, so it's not like it's easy to see all the way up my arm. But I guess he can sense it.
Yeah, because he also can sense the runes. He looks at your arm. I see the runes have grown substantially in power. Although it hasn't been fully released yet. It's one of the reasons why I called you here. He kind of grabs your arm with his hand, not like roughly, but just kind of looking at it overall. You see his eyes glow as the magic starts to channel out of him. As you see him modify the runes slightly. And a bit more. With more and more divine magic. Before letting go of your arm. There we go. That should do you well. If ever in time of need, that should be a quite useful ability. For leaning back against the rock.
What did you do?
I gave the runes another ability. I would only recommend using it if you're in, well, dire straits, but if there ever is a time where you are in great need, it will help you.
He's gonna pull up his hand and inspect it. What does his all-seeing eyes? Nah, I'm just kidding. What does his eyes say?
Well, technically, it wouldn't tell you because they're not theurgy; it's divine. But
oh yeah, I suppose. All right.
It's a magic you have equipped currently, so I'm gonna tell you what it does. It is the ability, the Hour of Need. It is from Journey. The journeying word.
Okay.
Are you not excited?
Please do tell. I don't have Journey pulled up.
Commit effort for the day. Up to a dozen allies within a week's journey you realize you'd need them there at this time and will arrive this round if they were willing to come. This may induce some problems of causality, but the gift's power allows their arrival regardless.
Oh, this is plot armor. Okay.
Yes, I'm giving you plot armor.
Bro, are you fucking kidding me? This
That is an
straight
actual
up...
ability.
Bro, this is straight up just plot armor. What
It
the
is.
fuck? Like, it doesn't matter how they can get there either. If they're willing to come, they just teleport. What the fuck? So, like, it doesn't matter if they're allowed to be here or not. Because it may induce some problems with causality, but allows their arrival regardless. So, I could take your boy here.
There is a difference there. If, yeah, he could be there, but it would still, like, he would still suffer the effects from being outside of his own realm. Also, it's within a week's journey. He's technically not, because he's technically everywhere and nowhere.
Yeah, but his ass can totally teleport. I can tell you. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's true, but still, he would not come just because of the issues.
Fair.
Actually,
I can call for Dad though.
Yes, you could.
Because I know for a fact his ass can teleport.
Oh yeah, he would get there. Also, it doesn't. Yeah, it's within a week's journey, so even on like horseback, he'd be able to get there.
Mm.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's quite a powerful one, but of course, you would be pulling him away from his father, well, his, I guess, not a king, godly duties.
I can also just summon a portal, send him back. So it's not like
True.
that big of a deal. Damn. All right, boys. I think this is a fantastic time, so I can add this power in here. To take a real swift break, boys. Because I do have to grab food real quick. And I'll add this within about 10 minutes. So boys, if you guys are watching the VOD, just skip ahead about 10-ish minutes. You guys should be able to see when we come back in. If you guys are watching live, give us about 10 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, boys. I'll see you soon. I pressed the wrong scene. All right, boys, we are back. Sorry about that. It was a teeny weeny bit longer than expected. But still, boys, we are back. Sorry about that.
Hunger has been filled.
Yes, I haven't been able to eat since I woke up a little while ago, and for the subathon, I can only eat whenever I get the chance to. So apologize. Won't be a normal thing for the episodes, but small break. Small break. Regardless, so
All right.
I acquire that. And so I'll take a look over at him as I kind of get a gleaming of what it does, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take a look over at him and go, I mean, I appreciate this, but why this out of all things? You've already given me as I pull out the little rod thing he's given me, like, you've already given me this. Why basically just give me another?
He looks to it.
Put it back.
Because that charm is the only time I may leave this space. My one chance to leave. While you may be able to call me with that spell, or rather that ability, I would not be able to save you. I would not be able to arrive. Regardless if I physically could, my soul is bound to this space. If I leave, it can only be once, and only for a few moments before I'd have to come back.
I see. Well, this should do me well, I suppose. Though I reckon I probably won't need it. Haven't needed your rod in any encounter I've been in so far. Even ones where my life is in danger. As you can probably tell, as he, motions around himself, I have grown substantially.
I can see that. As well as these, you see him, he pokes a finger at your chest. Right at your heart.
Mm-hmm.
As he brings his finger back, you can see like an illusory version of the runes that are currently on your heart, the eldritch wards that protect you.
Yep.
Basically just drawing them out to look at them. Not actually taking them off, but copy them essentially.
Mm-hmm.
The runes not unlike my own. Ones that are able to defend against most types of magic. I'm surprised that someone can have a power such as this and not be burdened with a title such as I.
Yes. It was a servant of my rod's predecessor. You see, they were a lich of a sort. Far before even my father's day. And, well, this was one of their doing. They bestowed upon me this boon. And they did pledge their loyalty to me one day. When I am powerful enough to free them from their space. They could leave at any time, but what I mean is be powerful enough to assist them in destroying the gods that will come after them once they leave that space.
He nods knowingly. As long as it's knowledge not directly being hidden by those who know it, then I am usually privy to it. I am the one who understands, after all.
I see. Well, what was the reason why you summoned me here?
To check in person on your progress, as well as give you a gift, as I feel a dark presence following you.
Oh yes, you mean the cult? of the one who consumes the dragon cult, yes?
Indeed, I feel like they are getting more desperate.
More tenacious, yes. I've noticed, and honestly, they're fools if they think they can free their master from underneath my boot. What a shame. Throwing their lives away just to try and free their master. You would think they'd value their lives more, but they just don't.
From what I know of them, they are quite unable to throw it away. As one of their heads has the ability to control mortal men as if they were beasts,
Oh.
sending them to their deaths endlessly.
Well, then I will do them the service of sending them straight to the afterlife. But regardless, I will defeat him in due time as well. I'm sure he'll come after me in person at some point or another. He'll find out that mortal men do nothing to me. And with all this power that I hold, as he kind of clenches his fists and kind of holds his arms out to the side, letting the darkness kind of just billow out from underneath the cloak seams and the runic, it's not technically a cowl, it's like a, because what I'm wearing is like my normal clothes, which is kind of like a caped upper chest plate almost, like I mentioned way originally,
Yeah.
almost like wizard's garb, and then I have my cloak of moil, like elbow high shoulder cloak up there that has the hood on it and everything. I have that on, so it's kind of like my arms are they have long, like wide sleeves, like you would see inside like a wizard's robe. Yeah. So, but like
You're a wizard of a sort.
yeah, the chest and whatnot is a little tighter than the arms would normally be, but it's kind of still covered up by the cloak of moil one to a certain extent. But like as I kind of raise my arms out, kind of like billows out from underneath the cloak of moil itself down my chest and kind of out from underneath the seams of my sleeves as they kind of mist on out almost like a fog machine. Just all black as he just kind of goes, "You see, uncle, I have mastered the realms of sleep. I dance over darkness. I manipulate it so, and I've become truly an adept in the way of magic. More so than I have before. I've also dabbled in quite a bit of time manipulation, as you might be able to tell. I doubt they'll even be able to come close to my power."
He nods a few times. They're. 1 second.
Mm-hmm. You good?
Yeah, I'm glad I had that quick cough real fast. Should be good now. You see, their leader, their prophet. He is the one you need to watch out for. Their head that is able to control others may be strong, but without him, they would simply be a normal cult, with the exception of the prophet. The prophet is truly a terrifying force. One who can manipulate time, and also is very powerful in predictions. Being able to see where someone might go, and what they might do. He's always one step ahead. That's how he survived as long as he has.
Well, he will know what it means to finally be defeated. A master of time will only meet another master of time. I will grow in my ability to manipulate it, and he will only grow older. I will destroy him regardless. Steve here is my negator. And I have Ezerath, who's turning into a mighty, valiant knight, capable of even killing myself, potentially. And then there's Cole. He's truly blossoming into a beast. He's been given the will of dragons, you see, from a Draco Lich, even. Mighty powerful. He's become quite an interesting development, I will say.
He nods a few times. Say, is there anyone you want to prediction on after their growth?
Not right now. I feel like I'm eager for surprises. Because you see, your predictions last time are sufficient enough. I don't think they would change too heavily.
Well, the moment I give you my predictions, it has the potential of changing into a new future that was unforeseen.
No? Well, we'll let it stew a bit. We'll try it again next time. I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting. Why don't I show you a new theurgy I've learned?
You see him clasp his hands together. Ah, a spell that I don't even know of?
Perchance, one created by the very lich who gave me these runes. Summon forth an undead, the most powerful you can. So he takes a step over and walks towards the inner ring over here.
He walks up beside you. You see him summon, not like... It's very quick. Grab a token, throw over there real fast. This one will work, whatever. He summons a large beastman of eldritch magic. In stone. A golem of undeath, essentially. Taking a spirit and shoving it into a construct. There.
He's gonna take a look.
It's a most refined beast, but it should work.
He's gonna take a look at him and go, you know, it does pain me to destroy such a work of art, but we'll have to see. As he raves his hand over the runes on his ring as they spin and interlock as one comes to the surface around the palm of the ring as he puts his runic hand towards the beast as he goes, black flame. As flames just begin bursting from the beast themselves. Let me go ahead and roll the 5d10. And this is, I would assume this is straight damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. 10, 20, 21, 25. 25 straight damage.
You see it get torn asunder. May not be dead, but it is, at the very least, quite harmed. You see just half of its body had burned away as it falls down to, like, the one arm. Its body seared and smoking. As the flames still attempt to eat away at it. The one who understands looks quite surprised. Puzzled at the magic. You can see him kind of bring his hand forward, mimicking the runes. Not quite there. For drawing his hand back quickly. Quite impressive. Such destructive power for only a gate spell. For snapping his fingers and causing the undead to be vanquished.
Mm-hmm.
I have to think more on this. Quite an interesting magic.
Yes.
He sits back on his pillar.
Let me. So he pulls out his notebook, jots down the exact incantation and the sigils for it. So he flips it around. These are the incantations that come to mind when I cast this. Figure seeing the full spell would be more interesting to you.
He kind of nods, a bit to the side as well. Well, yes, seeing the actual spell is more interesting to me. Knowing how it functions is quite useful for replicating myself.
Well, it's been a pleasure, a gift for a gift, you might say.
He nods. I never thought that so quickly you would be giving me a gift.
Well, Uncle, we all are filled with surprises now, aren't we? Well, I suppose they should be waking up sometime soon. I probably should be on my way.
He nods. Run along now. Back to your companions. And don't forget, be careful. You may be powerful, growing even stronger by the day, but that doesn't mean you are free from all danger.
Oh, I know. I know that better than anyone. Confidence does not, inside my case, mean arrogance. I'm confident. I'm no fool. Though I do expect nothing to be able to stand in my way on my journey, I do expect it. To an extent. I feel nothing will be able to, but I know there will be dangers out there stronger than I. And if the time does come where I need these crutches, I may be forced to use them. Even if my life isn't in danger, if it is for theirs, I will use them. Question though, this boon you've given me, is it a one-time use like the rod?
He simply shakes his head no.
Well, marvelous. Yeah, if something comes along that requires it, I'll most certainly use it, without hesitation. Well, thank you. I'll be on my way. As he begins walking away.
He follows you out somewhat, but kind of hops back onto the pillar he was in when he came in, and stares back at the endless sky. Almost in a trance-like state now.
And then we leave.
Roll me a spirit save.
Oh, sure, I can do that. No.
Nothing happens. You're able to leave just fine.
Okay. Weird. And we go.
Alright. You walk back up the same door. You're back in the forest once again. Having grown in power. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
It wasn't anything too grand, although this is MacGuffin power.
Somewhat.
A little bit. So was the sigil, to be fair. Or the rod.
Yeah. So I will head back to camp, walking in good spirits. I would say in good spirits. As I head back to camp, what time of the night is it? Has it passed substantial amounts of time, or has it just been like an hour or so?
It's been like an hour. Also, once again, it is not a rod. It is. Remember, it is like a sigil type thing. It's a...
Oh, it's a sigil? Well,
Yeah,
you never
we go
corrected
with-
me for any of this.
I always correct whenever you say it, or you say rod. But I didn't correct you this time, because I forgot to.
I never heard you correct me at all. So, whatever. I suppose I'll figure it out when I rewatch the VODs. Um, but anywho, so I will go ahead and start walking back over, sit back down. This time, feeling confident that if anything stands in our way, I know for a fact at least we can challenge it with the power of friendship. you know. Um,
Oh, I didn't think about that.
yes. I'm going to rest. This time, I'll lay back. I'll lay down fully, put my arms behind my head, just kind of stare up at the stars, kind of in the same way for the rest of the night. Just kind of pondering through what's been going on the last couple of days.
Roll me wisdom.
Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I can do.
All right. As you stare up in the sky, the staff glows once more. This time, with a different feeling, one of...
Sorry about that, chat. I accidentally opened up Biku, but didn't mean to. So it made the little window sound. Sorry. Go ahead.
You feel a faint glow of energy.
Mm-hmm.
As instead of the normal, top of your tent or the sky that you normally see, instead you see the same sky that the one who understands would see if he looked up. The endless void. Excuse me. As you stare into the endless void, roll me a spirit save.
Sure. Let's try it again.
Mm-hmm.
No. That's impressive. I rolled a 3 both times. Somehow.
You remain unchanged as you stare into the endless void. Not gleaming much insights into its unfathomable power, but also not being driven mad from it either. Soon after, you're brought out of your trance. Not forcefully, just it fades. As it gets closer and closer to dawn, you galvanize yourself ready to go on the next leg of your journey. Doing anything else before it's daytime?
I'll help pack up camp for once. Give me something to do. Clear my mind a little bit.
Soon after, Ezra and Cole wake up and they help you finish. Cole thanking you profusely for helping and sorry you didn't get up early enough to do the work.
No, it's fine. I wanted something to do that wasn't my usual. Something to clear my mind a bit.
As you progressively realize the downsides of never sleeping.
You got a lot of free time.
Yeah, I don't have too much to do instead free time.
Yeah.
So, you see Ezroth looks in thought as he reads some more of his books. Quickly, you get on Hans's back and you begin to ride out once again. None of the words of the one who understands weigh heavy on your heart. Instead, you feel refreshed.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Mm-hmm. Having been able to check in with these two familiar faces in this time of confusion. Back when you got to check in with your dad, and then today you got to check in with the one who understands. Once you have seen you go from essentially the beginning of your journey to where you are now, who have seen you grow and become exponentially more powerful and gain strong allies by your side. Let's see, where's that? Here's... And the ride being just peaceful, since it's within your father's territory, there's not a whole lot of bandits or anything. As you occasionally would see like an undead patrolling around the area.
Yeah, and the outskirts are like towns and whatnot, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As well as the occasional like forest range, maybe like a hunter or so.
Mm-hmm.
Or even just an adventuring party riding through. You see Cole start to train once more, but instead of just holding his magic, he instead holds 6 motes of fire around him, slowly moving them around his body and his haunts, refining his control and concentration. You see the movements become progressively more complex. From simple, circles around him, to making it so the fires seem like they're dancing around him, showcasing his ever-growing skill with his fire magic. Do you want to give him any pointers or comment on him, or just observe?
I'll just observe for now, I think. Since he's doing a pretty good job with it, I think the only training he needs right now is just to let him do his own thing. Let him learn it via the feel.
Okay. You see Azeroth still, reading his books. You can see him attempts once again to recreate that spark, or get anything close to it. But you see him have a decent bit of difficulty doing so.
He is on a life-sucking haunts, so I mean, not surprised.
Yeah, and he could barely do it when meditating.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, I'm gonna watch Cole occasionally. Otherwise, just keep it just be looking around, I suppose, as we go on the last leg of our journey. Maybe pulling up the map occasionally just to check and see where we're at. See if we're there yet. Until we finally arrive at some point or another.
You see, you can't quite get there within the day, but it'd be a small rush. Yes, there is one more small rest before you arrive, because you don't want to arrive during the night. You see there is a nice, well-known clearing that's used often by travelers in the area, with dense trees around and making it so it's quite hard to be snuck up on, as well as having a small stream near it as well. Then after that, you'll be arriving at the site of inheritance. This one is the farthest away from any civilization.
Oh, we got a small stream?
Hmm?
Is it deep enough anywhere to, take a bath in?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to head off a little further down the stream, and since we're resting here, right, for the night, during the night, I'm gonna go take a bath over yonder. I'm gonna suggest they probably do the same, just not in the same area. I'm gonna do it way down off here for my own privacy's sake. You two can do it wherever. I'm gonna bring Steve with me. Make sure I'm gonna leave Chance and Hans with them to be their personal guards.
All right. You get on the stream a little bit more. I'm guessing you have some soap with you as well.
I would assume so. Yes.
Got a loofah.
Yes, we got the bath scene, boys. We got the bath scene. But yeah, I'll take I'll take normal bath procedure. I will be taking off my mask. That's why I'm all the way over here, and I will kind of use some magic and block off some of the lines of sight with
Use illusion magic to create steam kun.
Sure. Fuck it. Sure. We'll have little wisps of darkness making gray smoke throughout the area, 30 feet around me. I can see through it. Keep in mind, I can see through it. No one else can. It'll look like since it's not true darkness. It is true darkness, but it's not thick enough darkness. So it's just kind of gray mist through the area that just looks like steam. I can see perfectly clear through, no problem. But it's just thick enough to obscure me perfectly. That's why I'm gonna have 30 feet around me, and I'm gonna have Steve just kind of stand there on the bank side as I just kind of enjoy myself for the time being, um, you know, just kind of really take in this relaxation time. And if so, and just let me know if anything happens. Otherwise, I will, you know, finish up, get dressed, go back to the boys once I'm done. After probably, since we're here for the night, I'll take like an hour. Why not? You know, just like really enjoy it.
You come back and you see Cole is kind of in his normal clothing. You see he had like probably cleaned up like all well. Actually, you see him in like lighter clothing. As you see, his actual clothing is propped up on a stick as he tries it off with his fire magic,
Oh,
being careful not to burn it.
he swam in it. I see. Gross.
Well, no, he also uses it to wash his clothing.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
Hmm.
I mean, I could just use prestidigitation on mine, so I mean, I don't fucking care. I could have used prestidigitation on myself, but that's what I've been normally doing. But this was for relaxation, not for cleanliness.
Yeah.
But I mean, fair enough. He can do as he likes. I will go ahead and take a seat where I normally do, and just kind of be. I'll kind of just be looking around, just like passively watching to see what's going on, until I eventually stare back up at the stars once again for the night. I'm trying my best not to think too heavily about where we're going right now, because he doesn't want to get too anxious about it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't feel like overhyping himself for the time being, given that there's all this other going on right now. He doesn't want to get lost in his thoughts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say also, for I forgot, Azeroth is still in the water.
Oh.
You seem kind of just relaxing in the water. The water around him kind of turns to ice somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
And you seem just kind of channeling his energy through the water around him, kind of like feeling the area around him. He seems very at peace. Because, you know, he is a knight of water.
That's true.
He is finally back in his home terrain of fucking water. Fun fact, he is actually not slowed down by water.
Oh, is he?
I don't think so, no.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna eventually just kind of lay back, stare at the stars again, and just kind of try and let my mind go blank for once.
You see, after a little while, like, Azeroth will leave the water. Eventually, Cole kind of rests in his bed, gets in his bed. His clothes his armor and clothes having been redonned. And everyone else falls asleep peacefully, having enjoyed their rest. While you stare to the sky, roll me, wisdom once more.
I swear to fucking God. Let's see here. Success, spirit save? Correct.
Yep.
Finally. It was the bath that was needed. The bath was needed.
Yes, it's the bath episode. Next, for gain even more power, you need a beach episode, though.
Oh boy. Beach episode? Let's go.
Eventually.
We'll play fucking, like, we'll bounce around the beach ball. You know, classical shit. We'll have to get, like, a female in here at some point. You know, because you can't have a beach episode without someone in a bikini. And I don't think Azeroth's gonna look very good in a bikini.
I was gonna make the femboy Cole joke again. But you know, they're with beefy now, so no. But yeah, just fucking Azeroth in the bikini. They're just, alright. Anyway, so this time when you stare to the sky, you glean some insight. You can feel though for a moment your mind kind of start to unravel slightly. You can feel like you're gaining a not a title. You feel your mind unraveling as you kind of start to understand what should not be understood. And then you blink for a moment, and you're back to reality.
As I gain a title.
No, you're getting fucking closer to it though. but you can feel some theories being mulled over in your head. And without thinking, you open your book. You flip to where you wrote down about the arcane engine. And in a blind fear, you start writing.
Ah, yes, divine inspiration.
Yes. And what you write down makes little to no sense to everyone except you. To you, it seems like clear as day theurgy.
Mm-hmm.
But to anyone else looking at it, it would seem as if it was gibberish. The writings of a madman. But nonetheless, after a few minutes, you're finished writing.
A few minutes? Wow, that's a really short theurgy. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, it's not. It's just parts of the theory behind it. It's not the theurgy itself.
Okay.
You're expanding on the theories of it, not the... Yeah. And it's less of also you writing down the entire thing and more of correcting the theories you had previously as well. Remember, because you did have theories once before. That you had failed the int check for.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Nonetheless, though, you look over your work, happy with the theories, and happy with getting closer to replicating a powerful artifact from your predecessor.
Yeah.
But soon enough, it becomes daytime. Mm-hmm. You may meditate on your theories a bit more, or train your magic. Whatever. Because soon enough it becomes day. And you climb back on your haunches once again. And after the final, relaxing night, be able to wash in the stream and prepare yourself for what will come next.
Oh boy.
Back to the horse again.
Here we go. Birds.
Yes.
The birds have arrived.
You push forward, and after an hour or two of traveling, you reach what should have been the massive stone doors of the site of inheritance.
I'm assuming there's a butt coming in.
There is, but the doors are in pieces, having been broken down by something.
Okay.
An ominous feeling fills your heart.
I'm gonna immediately hop off of Han's back and rush inside.
The others draw their weapons and follow you.
As I shove darkness in front of me on the floor, basically just like almost how like almost as if like you know how in like so many superhero shows people with ice powers would kind of like just make like a fucking path in front of them of ice and just kind of surf on it. It's kind of like that with darkness. Just like a foot or two in front of me, it's just around my feet is just pure darkness that's kind of like molding out from the lips of my like out from billowing from my boots as my feet are shrouded in black, just like almost like I'm hovering through a cloud. I just like skate through, just moving side to side, just rushing on in. It doesn't make me any faster, but I can tell you right now, it does make me ignore terrain as I just skate across it.
The terrain isn't too bad. As you rush into the site, around you see numerous automatons. They're not active. They've been racked by the trials of time. Lying in disrepair. Completely inactive.
Mm-hmm.
Now just metal husks. And as you reach the back of the cave, you see a powerful magic shield. Basically a small bubble. The magic not only creating a shield, but creating some kind of a time dilation effect inside of the shield, essentially acting as a stasis field. And within its confines, you see a man, not a skeleton, but simply a man. He looks about in his 30s, you know. And you can see a sword stabbed through his stomach. The shield looks to be holding his life on for now, but even with the shield aiding him, he's not long for this world. He has maybe 20, 30 minutes to live while inside the shield.
I'm gonna dispel the darkness with a little small hop down to the floor, as I will rush on over to where I could just walk straight up to him on the outside of the shield. As I put my hand into it,
Before you can touch it, you just feel a sense of dread, as without thought, your body moves, jumping backwards. A massive hand, smashing where you just were, revealing a massive metal golem. And as you prepare for combat, you hear Ezroth yell from behind you, a flood of cultists rushing in from the entrance.
oh boy, so there's one giant metal golem.
And on the golem's shoulder, you see a man once again wearing a dragon mask, and you hear him laugh.
Where the
The prophets said the bait would work. And look at you, you come running without even second thought. Now you're trapped. I don't take much pleasure in killing you.
where the fuck was he? Homie, where the fuck was he hiding? With this big ass golem, where the fuck was he hiding in the back of this room?
The golem itself was just being against the wall, looking like any of the other golems themselves. Not because there is just a mass amount of automatons and like golems in the room, but all the other ones are inactive. This one was the only one that is active, whereas previously
I didn't notice that whatsoever.
because it didn't seem active. It was just kind of leaned against the wall like the rest of them.
Okay, I suppose. All right. Sure. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Do you want me to roll this?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured. Okay. Okay.
It is initiative.
Yes, sir.
Time. You always roll really well on initiative.
I'ma look straight up at him as I open my hand. As I simply fly up into the air because we are in a fucking cave. So it is dark enough. As I simply flow by the way, this is a free action. I control it however which way I want. I cover him entirely in a ball of darkness as it's almost like flowing out from my sleeve, as then I just simply snicker a bolt of black lightning through the shadows surrounding him entirely, as it then poof, almost turns into a puff of the lightning, almost snickers through the darkness and then turns into a puff of smoke, as it all just that puff of smoke then wafts into him as I go, your end is now, Blight. Please.
That is a
hardiness save. Hardiness save. Yep. As necrotic energy wafts over him and goes into his lungs.
You might need to fucking nerf this spell.
It's a hardiness save or half damage. It's not that big to do.
Still a lot of damage, though.
Yeah, but it's save or half. Oh, okay, half damage. And he's, I'm assuming, a worthy foe. So, because this is the difference. It doesn't roll straight. That's the difference.
That's true.
So 2, 4, 5, 10, 10, 14, 24, 34 divided by 2. 34 divided by 2 is 17 damage. Take 17 damage.
Sure it's that? Mm-hmm. Because it's not rolled straight, because he's a worthy foe.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. Okay, so, I'm sorry. It would be...
It's 11 for the half.
It would be, hold on. Yeah, it's not all added. It's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 damage total. 5 damage total. I'm sorry, I was reading it straight. My bad.
Yeah, I'm like confused over. I'm like, okay, and how much?
No, you're good. You're good.
And you're like 30. Like you're both 30. I'm like,
no.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it's 5 damage. So yeah, Black Flame is truly better than is truly better than Blight. It's worthy foes anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot better. You can hear him just coughing as fumes of black smoke come out of his lungs. See him shake.
By the way, right after the spell activates, the tether to me is gonna snap as the ball just hovers around him. It will stay around him as long as he's within 30 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the fucking seeking orb?
Might as well be. But go ahead.
Truly worthy of someone who is able to reinforce the bindings on our god.
He's going to call up to him as he says, I'll have you know, you are simply throwing your life away. If you beg and plead for it, I may very well let you leave here alive. As he simply twists his hand as massive spikes thrust out from the golem's shoulder, just slamming straight into him, impaling small portions of his body. That's gonna be 4 damage.
You can see him cough a bit of blood. Save that for someone who has less faith than me. I'll never betray my god, even if it means I die.
Honorable, but it is a fool's gambit. Then Steve.
Before Steve goes, maybe it is a fool's gambit. Maybe I will die here. I mean, achieve nothing. But it's all in service for our great god.
Your boy Steve's gonna rip a fucking spirit out from the ether. Then the spirit goes. The spirit's gonna take a look up at the golem, and as it comes right on out, Steve just kind of points up at the golem, as the old man just kind of nods, points his staff up, as a large seal, like, spell circle appears in front of his, like, little spectral staff. What's the golem's stat? What's the golem's AC?
Oh, golem. They're gonna be fighting the fucking...
Break the golem.
4.
4. Yep, that's it. That's another hit.
It's not 20.
Oh, nice. So that is going to be 4, 5, 6. 6 damage. Against the golem. So just 2 large lightning bolts just pew, pew, slam straight into the golem's sides.
Yep, I was writing down how much health was left. It rocks back slightly. Small, like, bits of its armor getting blown off, but not really enough to do significant damage yet.
Chance and Hans are gonna back up Cole and Ezrath and charge forward at the waves of cultists. What's their AC?
I will tell you, by the way, there is 2 groups of cultists. It's just 2 mobs. They're not as powerful as usual, though.
Okay. What are their AC?
The
one will attack one will attack the other, we'll say.
2 AC.
2. So that's 1 hit, rolled straight, 6 damage.
Give me
And that is
1 second.
Chances.
Okay. I was writing down which one each of them is attacking.
And you said what was
Second
their
one-
AC again? Real quick.
2.
2. So I figured.
Yep. First was Sean, second was Hans, right?
Yep. 4 damage for Hans.
Heh, nice.
Nice. What?
69.
Oh. I see. Okay. Go ahead.
There we go. Next is... Let me just flip a coin real quick, yeah.
So, Chance and Hans basically are gonna rush on in against the cultists as they turn back for a second to look over at us, but see the waves of oncoming soldiers. They both know as they hop off Hans' back, and I'm sorry, they would have already been. So they just kind of grab their swords and shields and just rush on in, slamming into the front lines, hacking down some, missing others.
I was gonna have them fighting tandem with us, or also gonna have Ezra go with them.
I'm sure he will. But the breaking their push, I suppose, Ezra can then just kind of jump on into them, as he does.
Yep, you see Azeroth preparing to fight. You see him look conflicted for a moment, thinking, should he fight the golem or the army? He decides it's his true purpose in combat and in battle to break the armies.
Go get him, Tiger.
You see him sprint into the crowd. You see him, as he sprints though, he sheaths his weapon.
Why?
And as he gets between them, you see him raise a knee, like raise one of his legs, slamming his foot into the ground. And he uses the mountains wash away.
I remember this.
But with mobs take 19 damage.
Holy shit, let's go.
I'm rolling them together because it's just easier, but yeah.
That's fair.
Quickly write down how much they have left.
That's really cool. I forgot he had that. He doesn't use it very often.
He hasn't had a need to use it because there's
Usually
like
one
a single mob,
Yeah.
and he can just single one of them. Yeah, that's why I did multiple mobs. It makes him have even more power. That I think is just a badass move.
Oh, it is very badass.
You see him slam his foot in the ground. The ground shatters as water rushes forward, cutting down like the front line in a torrent of water. You see Chance and Hans kind of jump back a step as the water flows around them, surging forward. In some places solidifying into blades cutting apart the opposition.
That's really
that
fucking badass.
is-
That's really badass.
I love this. It's such a good attack.
It is.
And while they're on their back foot, you see Azeroth simply raise a hand at the mob that Hans was fighting. Snaps his fingers. Or snaps his finger. As you see more of the water just surge forward for 8 ice damage. 10 more damage. They never stood a fucking chance. Cole decided on the opposite decision. looks up at the massive golem. You seem to take a deep breath. This is a secret tool that'll help us later.
Is he doing Dragon Breath?
What, the 3d20?
Yeah.
No, portent.
Well, I was gonna say because man's had deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's go.
He's fighting a giant fucking golem. He's about you, just afraid to fight. Using preparing his magic, he as he considers what spell to cast. Very, very quickly deciding on just a simple scorching ray on the golem. One, 2, 3, 4,
He's fighting the golem.
5, 6. Yeah, he is.
Man, he can't hit shit. That's all I'm saying.
3, 4. He hit 4 of the 6 attacks.
But he missed 2, which means he's bad. No, I'm just kidding.
So he's gonna. One of those was also a nat 1.
That is true.
So he's going to, you know, salt away the luck to save that.
With what?
Salt away the luck.
With the 13?
No, he's saving the roll using effort.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Fair.
He gets an auto reroll.
Fair.
Uh-huh.
Let's go. Get that. Yeah, let's go. 5 out of 6. Now he's hitting good. That's my criteria. At least a 90%. Let's go.
Yeah, he's gonna use a 13 to get the other one though.
Oh, 6. That's 10 out of 10, boys. Perfect shot. Let's go. Slam into that fucking golem. Shoot beam holes straight through it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a 6 out of 6.
Wow. And that's all straight damage, right? Or is that? Okay.
No, the golem's worthy.
Okay, so that'd be 1, 2.
3, 4, 6,
Actually, that'd be 3 because plus 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11,
or
12,
ones turn into 2s as well.
13, 14, 15, 16. 16 total.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's pretty good for Scorching Ray, yeah. On a not worthy... I'm saying on a worthy foe, that's pretty good.
You see just the wall of fire come from this man. As six orbs of flame appear around him as he finishes his chant. They fly through the sky, slam into its chest, turning parts of its armor into slag, causing deep crevices of metal just like leaking. You see like the molten metal leaking out of him, like out of the golem.
Mm-hmm.
As it starts to kind of stumble slightly, having affected some of its inner workings, it seems.
I wonder how that man's balance is in darkness. He's just like, whoa.
Whoa.
I wonder how his balance is faring with this thing getting slammed back and forth. He can't see anything. It's all pitch black darkness as far as he's concerned. He's in a ball of darkness.
He can just smell you. It's fine.
Oh, of course. Tundro ass. Let's go.
What?
Tundra from Demon Slayer. It's just a.
I heard
his
Tundra.
No, it's Tundra from Demon Slayer.
Mm-mm.
It was just a shitty little joke. It's okay.
I thought you said Tundra, so I was confused.
Go ahead.
But now it is their turn.
Let's go.
First things first. The cultists are going to attack.
By the way, are you gonna put on the battle music by chance? I completely forgot
Yeah.
that should have been on. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Bro, you gotta stop forgetting about that, dude.
Yeah, you forgot about it too.
I did, because I was enraptured on what I was gonna use.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Same.
There we go. Okay.
Nice fresh battle music.
There we go. Perfect, as it should be. All right, so.
So, their turn.
Yes.
The one who has done the most damage to them so far is Azeroth. So, they're going to split an attack, one on Chance and Hans and one on Azeroth.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, they're mobs. They can attack both twice. Never mind.
Yeah.
You see
Well,
him surge
Azeroth
forward.
should be inside only one of them, so. Right?
No, he hit both of them with the AoE thing.
Oh, yeah, but that's
Although
an
it is an
AoE.
AoE, but-
Yeah.
I also think they can move forward enough to hit him as well.
Well, yeah, but didn't he jump in? Doesn't he normally jump, like, into the fucking middle of them?
He doesn't need to. He's probably between the two of them right now.
Okay, sure. I was just trying to save him
He's
from
trying-
getting hit twice.
Frey dice, man. Frey dice.
I suppose. Well, Skoke of Moyle.
Exactly. They're fucked if they hit him.
Yeah.
So, how much AC does Chance and Hans have again?
Two. Two each.
Just want to hit on Chance.
Going against Hans.
I'm just gonna roll one thing of damage for both of them.
Go for it. Makes things easy. Go 4 damage.
4 damage.
4 damage. They're fine. Magic shield. Takes it.
It is wonderful, isn't it?
It is. It is. It stops them from having to take permanent damage.
And now, 4 attacks on your man's Azeroth. One, 2,
Oh boy.
3. That's 4 attacks.
You might as well just roll the damage for 2 attacks and just apply it to both.
That's fair. $16 damage.
And that is for... Oh, that's for the damage. 16? Ooh.
Yep.
Which speed does he have? 21 max?
Yeah. But remember that he's not counting his. He also has a 10 extra.
Where are you keeping track of his max health, by the way?
It's in the notes.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's a Bajenka, no. So he takes
Fair enough.
6 actual damage, though, because he has a 10 and 10 HP from the barrier and everything.
Okay. I see. 6,
10
10,
to 15.
6 HP. He's doing all right. He's doing all right. But still, that's two sets of Frey dice and
No, that is 4. Because he's hit 4 times.
well, yeah, but it's twice by each.
Yeah, it's per attack.
Yeah, I'm saying, do you want to just go ahead and just go ahead and roll it as if it was 2 attacks and then just apply it to both?
Well, I mean, the Frey dice is just max, so
Yeah.
it is 20 damage on both.
And then I think it's 4d8 because it's 2 per attack. So.
For the Moil?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep. 2d8 necrotic 1 hit. 8. That is. That's not too bad.
15 to each as well? Yep.
15 to each. Yep.
Do you see the second band, the one that Hans was fighting, is now extremely low, only having a few members left. And the other one is still a shell of his former self, just a squad or 2 remaining. Better than, still like over double the amount the other one has, but not by much. As they gang up and they start to basically dogpile on Azeroth and Chance and Hans. Chance and Hans are, for the most part, able to ward off the encroaching forces using their shields, occasionally taking a strike or an arrow to the arms of where they're more undefended from their shields. Azeroth, in her hand, takes the full brunt of it, being attacked from every side. But with every slash, you see his blood turn to ice, slashing at those around him. His weapon's still not even drawn yet, by the way. as he slaughters all those around him. In a mix of shadowy flames and frozen blood.
He's just letting it all happen at this point.
Yeah. I was gonna give him more HP. That's all I gotta do when he becomes God. He won't even need his weapon anymore. He'll just stand there and take the hits.
Alright, so... What about the
golem is
golem?
next.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
He will decide. He will attack you.
What's he gonna roll?
What's your AC? 3?
My AC is 3, yes. Okay.
Is that correct? Let me check something real fast.
I mean, yeah.
No. I know the attack is correct. I was trying to see my... Make sure the attack itself is correct.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my tabs got fucked up
You're
for
good.
a second.
You're good.
Oh, that is correct. Oh, shit.
What?
I'm sorry, young one.
It's fine.
How much health do you have?
45.
Okay. You took 28 damage.
28?
It's rolled straight.
Oh, okay. He just rolled all that, I see. Okay.
That's his first action. For his second. First attack's on Cole. Second attack on you. Third attack on Steve.
Okay. So I take... Oh, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah. He hasn't... Yeah, he's doing a second attack. Or a second turn, rather. God, Cole's AC is fucking disgusting. Wow. Someone actually hit Cole for once.
He's attacking Cole?
Second turn? Yeah, he has 2 actions. 3 attacks per action.
Question.
So,
how far away is Cole?
he is a large golem.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has, like, 30-foot reach. I would figure Cole wouldn't be right next to me.
True. Okay. Finally, he's attacking you twice, then Steve
I'm
with the
fine
elves.
with that. Go for it.
Yeah, Steve's next to you, yeah. That would still be a hit, because Cole has better AC than you.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh my god, Cole has disgusting AC. Second attack. Steve has 0 AC, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Let's. So how much damage on who?
This is on you. 5 damage.
5 more damage?
Hmm?
That's fine. It's only 33 total.
The boy up top now is going to attack.
He can't see anything.
Yeah,
He's
fair.
completely blind.
Darkness.
Complete dark. Yes, he cannot see through it.
He's just going to simply sit up there. He's just waiting. Back to you.
Okay.
Actually, no, the golem doesn't have anything fancy. No weapons, no lasers, no magic really. As it just, you see its hand crash down. As good as your precog is, its hands are simply too big for
Bro, I
you
can
to really
see it coming. I
dodge.
can't dodge.
Exactly. It's like, you try, but there's just too much weight coming down on you from it. It's just a little bit too fast as well.
So I'm basically just kind of staying there holding it up, just crunch down into a crouch.
Slams you down. It slams you out the hand, and you're trying to pick it up, but it's still trying to slam back down. Your body feels just exhausted after the first onslaught, as it brings its hand back up.
Okay, I'm gonna stand back up all the way. As I just take a deep breath, grab my skeletal hand and slap it straight to my chest. As I activate.
What is he activating?
Let's activate Vital Furnace. Commit an effort. As the wounds on my body, all the cracked bones, the splintered muscle, my dreariness just all mists away as my skin begins to just steam as I just kind of turn my hand across my, like, dig it into my chest plate, turn my wrist as my skin just begins to mist, almost like second gear inside fucking One Piece, if you can get the visual inclination. As I then just kind of rip my hand away, open and close my hands and go, oh, that will be quite useful. Nice. As he looks on up, feeling completely rejuvenated. He's then going to look up at the man and go, this will be your final chance to lay down your arms or forfeit your life.
He's gonna shrug his shoulders. Even if I wanted to lay down my life now, it's not like it's going to stop any of them.
He's gonna look up at him and go, fine, a fool will die, a fool. As I reach my skeletal hand up as one of the runes kind of unravels towards my palm as I go, flame of death, may you burn in eternal hellfire. As he just, almost before going, huh? What? In the darkness, he just boom, erupts into flame. That's gonna be hellfire damage.
As if igniting a flammable gas that fills a room, the shadows around him ignite, burning away his flesh and soul.
$26.
Yep. That is straight damage as well.
Yeah, that's full-on straight damage. That is a committed effort.
You hear his pain and screams. You can see through the darkness as he kind of falls. Oh, he's already kind of just sitting there. But you see him kind of, and he gets to his feet and trying to pat out the flames and get rid of it, but to no avail. The flames do die shortly thereafter, but you can see his body steaming, and you can see he looks quite injured.
Right then, as it finally dissipates, he finally gets to see me once again. I just kind of raise my hand up as darkness just immediately envelops him once again. It doesn't fucking matter. And right as it does, I'm basically, as I send it out the same way as I did last time, this time instead of sending out blight, I'm going to throw out a massive torrent of black lightning as the shadows follow it, almost like a thunderstorm rushing in fast as fuck. It just rushes up to him and then immediately envelops him, shocking him for 4 more damage, which then makes that a total of 30 damage this turn. Very nice, very nice. And then the darkness will coalesce as a fucking sphere around him once again.
You see him almost looking defeated up there, like, what the fuck?
And then
next is Steve and his spirit.
Yep, Steve's going to raise a hand on up, grasping at his wrist as he conjures forth a ball of lightning. Pew! Sends it off as it explodes across the massive golem's chest. 4 damage. Then the undead spirit's going to shoot at the golem as well. You said this golem has 2 AC, right?
Uh-huh. No, 4.
Oh, it would hit anyway.
It's a hit regardless, yeah.
4 plus 1. Nice. 2 hits, that is 3 damage, as just 2 little bolts of magic just Pew, pew, boom, boom. Straight across its legs.
The 2 bolts slam into its legs, causing it to kind of stumble back a bit, slam into the wall behind it. The bolt from Steve blasting into its chest, marring its armor with magic scorch marks, basically.
It's still up.
It is, yes.
Of course it is. Chans and Hans are going to rush into battle. These boys do have 2 AC. Hit. Nice. 2, 1. Hit. Nice. 2, 1. Nice. I'm just going to roll 2 attacks. Oh. Okay. Well, I said I was going to roll just 2 attacks. That is 6. Oh, no. That is still straight. So that's 7 damage to both. As they both just kind of push past the ice and blood as they rush on in, slashing and hacking at the remaining cultists.
Alright.
And yeah, that's everybody I control. So, Cole and Ezra, you boys are next.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and so that means they both take 7 damage. That actually finishes off the second horde.
Nice.
You see him easy just fly through the horde, slamming them down. You see him slam one into the ground with his shield, crushing him. Before flying back up to his feet, bisecting another cultist. Easily dealing with the last of their forces. The first one still has a few members left. Although, not particularly many. You see Ezeroth look at them. He simply raises a hand, ending the water left on the ground from his earlier attack. Turns to ice, trapping them where they stand, before impaling them all through, and turning to his true foe, the golem.
Go get him, Tiger.
You see him dead sprint towards the golem.
Go get him, Tiger.
Yep. I'm trying to know what he's using.
I see. Go get him.
And as he arrives, you see him hand grab his blade, drawing it from its sheath. His first strike, you see him on a single foot spin, putting all of his force into a single strike.
Let's go.
To miss. But guess what?
We got
Who is this we're
we
talking
got
about?
we got good.
This is Ezeroth we're talking about. He re-rolls that shit.
Let's go. That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna re-roll his second attack as well.
He rolls backs anyway, so it doesn't matter what the hit rolls. There we go. That's what, 2 hits?
Yep, both of his attacks hit.
Nice.
You see his blade get coated in ice as he slams it down to one of its legs, bringing it down to one knee. And he brings it as an uppercut, firing a large icicle into its chest, piercing it through. Dealing...
Just adding up all that damage.
Yeah. 16 damage.
Ooh. Ooh. Very nice.
Next is Cole.
It's still not dead? Holy shit, man.
No, it has a lot of HP.
Apparently.
I actually lowered its HP.
I was like, 500. That's a little too much. Let's put it down to 300.
It's actually above what it was before and after I upgraded, but not by a lot, actually. You see Cole looking mildly distressed at the fact that with all that you've thrown at it, it's still refusing to die. You see Cole raise his hand. You see his eyes glow red.
Let's go. Fireball.
And his body is sheathed in gold. You see the stone above the golem start to melt as he casts Firestorm twice, using both of his saved rolls of nat 1s to make a double nat 1 on its saves.
Holy shit, Cole. What the fuck? Bro, my god. Wait, wouldn't that also hit the dude on his shoulder?
It will, yes.
Yeah.
But he's not, he actually has an evasion save still, but
He can't see it.
still. He gets an evasion save still.
A disadvantage, I would think.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or at least have a modifier. Because, like, he
Yeah.
can't, he's blind. I don't think it's that loud necessarily.
But anyway, like, he also can, he has Earth as a word. He can feel the stone above him melt.
I suppose. Sure.
And that's doubled, because nat 1. That's 74 damage. And that's straight, too.
Roll that funky second damage. Roll that
No,
second.
that's all the damage.
Oh, that's all
from
the damage?
Horizon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's 1d6 per level,
I see.
so it's 10d6 from the 2 attacks.
I understand.
Yep, and it's right against the guy too, so he's gonna roll some evasion saves now.
Go for it. Fail both, bitch boy. Disadvantage.
Yeah, he's looking at disadvantage for the whole thing. Okay, shit. So his first check, it's a fail.
Good.
Success, but disadvantage. So he takes normal damage on the first few, and then on the second half he takes more damage.
So that would be, well, actually, he could, your boy could switch out that 11 for a 3. Couldn't he?
He does have a 3 left, yeah.
That would fail.
You know, yeah. He's gonna flip it out
There
for
you
a
go.
3, using up the last of his luck.
37 damage.
He assaulted away the last of his luck. Now he takes 37 damage. Jesus Christ. You're saying you need the... I think that's the biggest bit of damage in one turn so far.
Yeah, given that I did, like, 30-ish damage myself to him.
Yeah.
On my own. Yeah.
This is just disrespect. Plus, yours was 1 attack, his was 2.
Yeah.
That's the first time in a really long time he's actually used Firestorm.
That is the first time in a very long time he's used Firestorm, yeah.
You can see him not out of breath, but you see him just at that just the sheer amount of divine power he just expended.
From an artifact, though, so I don't think it's that. I wouldn't think it would be...
It's still his own effort. To use
True,
it.
true.
He's not like exhausted. It's just he has to take a breath, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
And that is that's everyone.
the golem's turn? If it's
Exactly.
still... Is it fucking somehow still alive?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Is it bloodied
low.
at least? Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's well below bloodied now. Yeah.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, this thing still isn't bloodied? Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it's bloodied. I put it below bloodied by a decent margin.
I see.
The golem is going to look down at who is actually also I forgot in this whole turn as well, because it is a free action for him to do this.
What?
Azeroth is going to refill his not refill, but you know, he's gonna gain some temp HP back.
Oh, hey, let's go.
Azeroth gains back 3 temp HP.
Fair enough. Alright. So,
It's not a lot.
I'm the only one within range of the golem, besides Azeroth.
Azeroth. It's gonna attack Azeroth.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, shit. Hold on. Oh, no, I think it's too late for now, because I should have hit him with Cloak of Moil earlier.
Oh yeah, but it's too late. It's been
too
a couple
late.
turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
and you see it just right. It's gonna use its first action to attack Azeroth and a second to attack you.
Okay.
Azeroth only has a mere 3 AC. It's 1 hit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 hits.
Okay, it's not 20. Okay, we're good.
So would everyone like to pray for Azeroth?
He should be fine. He should be fine. He is not enough HP. He's not dead, though. He's just on the floor. But we still get that funky damage.
We do. Yes, we do.
Ooh, actually, no. The first 2 attacks would knock him unconscious. You would only get him for the first 2.
Yeah. The first one, the third one's gonna whiff. And basically, just because he's already he's down by a point.
Just put him in the negative. Just put him in the. Just be.
That's what I'm saying.
Be a man. Put him in the negative.
I'm saying mechanically it's not gonna do much of anything because otherwise it would give him 2 death saves already.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't matter. It just gets him closer to insta death.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's basically gonna do. So that would be 4d8 damage. Six.
That's pretty good. 1, 2.
And then
1,
that will
2,
be
3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6.
another 6 for his fray dice.
Nice. 12 damage. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And then what he's gonna do once he's been pancaked on the floor? Just smush him.
He's basically gonna just smash him down. You see Ezra just grab it. Oh, he's shooting up to stop the hand, stabbing into it. The flames scorching the hand as well. But you see his strength slowly weaken as he gets smashed into the ground. You can hear bones crack as the hand lifts. You see Azeroth beaten and bloodied. His body unmoving.
All right.
Next, it looks to you.
Come at me, bitch.
$27 damage.
Oh, that's fine. 19 damage. I'm sorry, not 19. 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6, 6. Yep, 6 damage.
You see it just cock an arm back as it just punches at you.
I'm good.
You bring up a...
I'm good. I'm okay.
Yep. You bring up a hand. Your flames doing what they can to protect you, but... Actually, wait, are you sure Cole... Wait, no, Cole survived to the 3rd hit, actually. Earlier, that Cole, What does Ralph have? No, it's the Cole.
No, he had 15 HP left. 8 plus 8 is 15. 8 plus 8 is 16.
3 temp HP.
He still would have. Oh yeah, no, he would have survived the last. Yeah, okay.
It's another what? 3 damage to him.
It's another 2d8 plus
another 2d as well.
plus 3. That's 4. 4 plus 3, that's 7. Another 7 damage. Ain't too bad.
Hmm.
And then my 6.
Yep.
So same set of events, just smush, 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 and then
yes, it's still the same. It's just he's less in the negatives and he did a little more damage. So you see him punch at you. Mm-hmm. The shadows and your flames create a physical shield to block the attack. Mm-hmm. It's still you can still feel the immense pressure on your body having blocked the attack, and you feel your body just start to wear out. As the second hit slams in once again, the 3rd hit. Same as the rest, slamming into your shield. But you can see its arms begin to melt with each punch. And after its assault, you see just kind of its arms are starting to turn to slag, its chest having a large hole in the center and being marred with the results of your magic attacks this entire time. You can feel that it's almost dead.
Good.
Your turn.
Does the other boy look near death as well?
He's bloodied.
He's bloodied? Gotcha. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up at the... Like, how close to death does this golem look? Does he look like he's, like, right at the tip's edge?
Quarter HP.
Okay. Got you. I'm going to look up at the golem as I slam my hand back into my chest, commit another effort, and heal from the previous pain, again, steaming it all away as I look on up at it and go, "You and your master cannot defeat me." As I look down at my time ring, I wave my hand over it, and I reach my hand up as I go, "Golem, you have fought well, but now fade away by the passage of time, far distant lance." As I twist my hand, as I use far distant lance, please make a hardness save or perish.
Wait, was that only golem or the
Golem.
boy? Golem.
Yep, far distant lance, hardness save or perish.
I don't know how that one works on a fucking inanimate object.
It's not an inanimate object.
True. It's not living though either.
It doesn't matter. Nice. Nice. Nat one. Does that give me any boon for this? By any means?
It takes double damage.
Wow, it insta-dies. I understand.
It's already insta-dying.
What I'm going to have it do is its whole body just immediately quickens like, almost as if it immediately ceases movement and then just almost instantaneously rusts to the point of nothing. As it just quickly turns... you said it was made out of metal, so I'm gonna assume iron. So it just turns bright brown, and then just immediately flakes away, turning to dust, as the man immediately falls. Just, whoo, straight to the floor. The darkness will follow him. Is he taking any fall damage from this?
2d10 non-straight.
Nice. Go ahead. Nice. 4 damage.
He hits the floor and kind of tumbles.
He must be so confused. Just like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
As I then just kind of reach my hand on over to him, as then I'm like, "Fool, you are the last of your onslaught. This shall be your grave." As I just send as I take a couple steps towards him, as I just send another torrent of lightning with my other hand, just sending it out almost like Palpatine's, like, fucking lightning storm, just casting it out to him, as he just gets zapped on the floor, and that'll be my 4 damage.
You can hear his pained screams as he is scorched to hell at this point.
How much damage did I take, by the way, from Far Distant Lance?
Oh, yeah, it's twice the remaining HP, right?
It is
No, it's
equal to the remaining. It's half the remaining HP.
half the remaining HP.
Mm-hmm.
28.
28?
Hmm?
Yep, okay. I can survive 28 damage.
Yeah.
I have 17 HP left. I'm still bloodied. Like, I am bleeding from the nose.
Ears are kinda ringing.
I feel tired, but I'm still very able to walk. I'm just not showing all the pain, but I'm okay. But yeah, go ahead. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It is now Steve's turn, which Steve can see the bubble. He's just gonna send a fucking auto hit, pew, straight into it.
Okay.
1 damage. He can't see it very well, so he's just gonna send a bolt that just grazes him. I'm gonna say just a condensed, like small, like, arrowhead of just, like, glass-like magic, just pew, straight on through. Trying to aim for the heart, but just straight on, a little too far to the right, maybe.
I will tell you now that none of the others can hit him because he's covered in darkness.
They would have disadvantage. It'd be the same way as being blinded.
Except Azeroth, because he just rolls normally now.
So let me go ahead and just roll and see. What is this man's AC?
3.
3. Let's see here. That's still 1 hit. And he gets, this one gets 2 attacks. That's a potential hit. Miss. So it gets 1 hit. 2 damage as the undead spirit just kind of shoots a bolt into the darkness. Hits against the rock. Ascends, just aims down a little lower and just... Another magic missile just slams into him. Probably dead center chest.
I would say he gets shot back like a foot or 2, just like he's just on the floor, just like.
Chance and Hans are gonna rush in there, just stabbing into the darkness. Potential hit. Miss. Miss doesn't matter. So now Hans. Miss doesn't matter. Hit potential. Hit. Let's go. Straight damage. 3. So Chance is like stabbing into the mist, but he can't figure out where he's at. Like into the darkness sphere around it. But Hans rushes in, stabs once, misses. Aims a little lower. Just stabs him right in the leg.
He just stabs for some fleshy shit in there, and he feels some flesh. Oh yeah, there's the fucker.
Yoink.
You hear him scream from within the darkness. As now, it is ya boy's turn. Cole, by the way, we're running off of D&D style in terms of the HP, not Pathfinder style, so if healed, they're up. They're not, you only heal them out of negatives. See, I said we're doing D&D style where it is, if you're down and you get healed, you're back up, you don't need a, or a chunk of the healing of negatives.
Fair enough. I suppose if you wish.
Yes. I forgot, actually, he had gained 1 spell slot back of every level when he was in the, back home for a day. He's going to use a level 1 spell slot. You see him raise a hand.
Let's go.
You know what Cole's about to do, right?
What? Cure wounds?
He's going to do...
Cure wounds? No, prayer healing probably.
Healing.
It's level 2.
Actually, he does have healing word.
He does.
He's going to be using healing word.
Nice. Man's...
Ow, 2 HP back.
Ooh. Man's is up a little bit.
He uses whatever healing he has. It's not a lot. You can see the magic struggling to bring Azeroth back. But you slowly see the bones are snapping back into place. And his wounds heal to some degree, but you can still see he's
alive.
He's alive.
Honestly, I would think he'd still be on the floor at this point. Because, I mean, the wounds he just suffered, he's got enough broken bones in him that he might want to just lay down. We got this, I think. He should be... He might want to just take it easy for us for a bit. Heal up a little bit more.
You see Azeroth come up to 1 knee. And you see him look across the room. You see the golden... You see the golden light shout, wow. As he gains 9 temporary HP. As well as 1 more from Steve.
Ah, yes, magical splints. I see.
Yeah, basically. And you see his body just still very broken. Actually, he regained some effort because he doesn't need to spend the effort anymore on the whole bit of rival thing earlier.
That's true. That's true.
You see him raise a hand for closing his fist. You see his eye, you see that the spark of energy within him. You see it spark forth in golden light as gold ice shoots forward, like from the ground, basically as a stream of ice as it goes towards the shadows, impaling him. doing 19 damage.
Holy shit, that's all straight?
Divine Smite.
Oh, fuck. Okay, Divine Smite, let's go.
Innate Gift. Divine Wrath. Because, you know, they can take a lesser gift as a mortal.
Apotheosis.
And he has the gift of Smite.
Apotheosis.
No, it's actually not Apotheosis, no.
Oh, really?
It's a universal word.
Yeah. Isn't that?
It's not the same.
That's not
no.
Apotheosis. Ah, yes, that's the universal words. I see.
Yeah, it's like the extra effort and shit like that ones, yeah.
I see.
Before falling back again, his body exhausted.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's pretty meaty. How's this man looking now?
Actually, I forgot also because, you know, he also has 3 more with the... What's it called? Fray dice. But, yeah, because that's just in the same... Just the fuck... The ice hits harder now. He is looking very, very bloodied.
By the way, the only 2 people who are within melee range of him are Chance and Hans. Just FYI.
Yeah.
I'm like 10 feet away.
Yeah, he's gonna swing at them, but he
also can't see.
Exactly.
Funny thing is, I can see him just fine, but he's just over here like, ow, fuck, shit, bitch, swing, flailing. This has to be terrifying for him because he can't see anything. And then there's just all of this fucking stabbing going on, just on the constant.
You see him grab the ground, causing the earth underneath Chance and Hans to collapse, drop them based into a pitfall trap. They take 13 damage.
Oh, wow. Ooh, that is gonna actually hurt them, like, physically.
And that's not even effort, that's just an action. You make he makes anything out like stone or soil collapse, making them anything inside take 1d20 damage.
Wouldn't that be also to himself?
Nope.
Why not?
It says so.
Really?
He can pick people not to damage with it.
Oh, okay.
Rebellion of the Soil. Yeah.
I see.
It can be destructive. You can also collapse structures with it. It's mainly a structure destruction thing.
And you said it can be done on rock or soil? Okay. I just want to make sure.
Metal too, actually.
Oh, wow. Fuck.
Oh no, it's non-magic stone or metal.
I see. Okay, go ahead. So they're down there, but they're fine.
They're out of melee range now. Yeah.
They're bloodied, but you know,
that is all he can do because he's blinded right now.
He can't do anything else.
He could do the same thing on you, but he can't because he can't see anything.
He doesn't know where I'm at specifically. Yeah.
It has to be visible to him. He can at least touch the floor and feel it.
Ain't that a bitch?
It is. You're a bitch.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to reach my hands on up to him as I go, burn away your ignorance and be rejoined to hell. As I'm going to commit effort, cast quickly, and use Flames of Death.
Or Flames of Death, rather, yeah.
Nice. That is 2 plus 2, 4, 10, 20 damage. Erupting him into flames.
Fucking kidding me.
20 damage. Erupt him into flames.
So close to death.
And right as he's burning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my other hand, because that was with my skeletal hand, right? Causing the flames to come out. I'm going to reach forward with my other hand and just send another torrent of lightning at him. 4 more damage.
Okay. He's not looking good. You see his entire body just steaming. He's just barely standing. You can see ice stabbed through his legs so he can't move.
I am then going to quickly dissipate the darkness all around him, almost like a big puff of air that dissipates. As he can
Do you
finally
want,
look up and see us.
Do you want one of your boys to get the kill, or do you want Steve to get the kill?
That's what I'm doing. I'm letting so no one has disadvantage. As
I'm asking who you want to get the kill. Is all I'm asking.
I'm going with Steve next. As everyone can now finally see him in his bloodied state, just like me, but he can finally see us as Steve steps in front of me, places a hand out. Damage, holy shit. As he just simply goes, goodbye. From behind Steve, as Steve just simply reaches his hand on out and sends forth a massive metal bone spine out of his hand, snaking through before impaling him straight through the heart and digging into the soil.
I think I didn't tell you he's dead. You just know he's dead.
Well, you said who wants to kill him, so I figured with 10 damage would be enough.
He had 5 HP left, yeah.
Yeah, figured. And then he's going to reach him, basically rip the bone spike out of the ground, and just lift him up into the air, and then just flick his wrist as he gets yeeted and slapped against the side of the wall, splattering right there. As the bone spine just kind of snakes back into Steve's arm.
You see his body start to get wreathed in gold lights. Are you ready to absorb him?
Yeah, he'll walk on over.
You walk over to the energy as it starts to dissipate.
Reach my hand
on it. You draw it within yourself. You feel the burning sensation from your skeletal arm, which I think is up to your shoulder now?
It is up to my shoulder.
Yeah. You can feel kind of like blood starts dripping from your nose. As your shoulder now becomes skeletal as well. Not to your shoulder. Your left hand starts to wither now too.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So left hand is now going?
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Is it like up to wrist now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. As he kind of takes it on in with that hand, it just kind of burning it away down to the wrist. He's going to absorb it. Is there just one word at him?
Earthen Beast.
Earthen Beast? Okay. Alright, I will take just one word out of that. Because I'm not assuming is he an actual divine or is he a
He is. He has fewer words, but he would have a lot of abilities from beasts. It's just they're not very useful in combat. They're used for basically. It allows him to control beasts, and one of the abilities allows you to use your abilities on mortal people, which is how he basically forced them all to fight for him.
Fair. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to go ahead and absorb all of his power in, as then he takes a second there, and right as he finishes getting all of that in, he's going to take a deep breath in, grab his other skeleton, his right arm, slam it against his chest, twist. So up another effort. And 3 effort. And then back to 45 health.
Alright.
As he simply steams it away, he takes in all that magic, feeling much stronger now, but still waiting for the effects to finally kick in on him. Not knowing quite what his new powers are, he'll figure them out soon. He looks over at the sphere now. As he looks over at everybody else, he goes, the rest of you, go and get Chance and Holmes out of that pit. As he walks on over to Azarath, puts a hand up, kneels down at him. Because I'm assuming, is he laying down on his back, or is he, like, kneeling right now?
Which one?
Azarath.
He's kneeling still.
He's
kneeling.
kneeling.
Yeah, he fell back.
Okay. So I'm gonna reach. Awesome. I'm gonna kneel down, put a hand on his shoulder. Go, look at me.
He looks up at you.
Let me make.
You were amazed he is still conscious.
Yes. Let me make sure and see if I took the power or not. I don't think I did. I'm just.
Oh, the healing one?
Yeah, I don't think I did. So what I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I did not. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take a look at him and go, rest here. You'll be fine.
You see Cole run over, getting ready to do a prayer. Because Cole can heal up really well.
Yes. Prayer of healing. Let's go.
Prayer of healing is a legitimately good spell.
It is. It is.
Give it to a warlock and you will feel existential pain. See if they can get back on a fucking short rest.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, is go ahead and, but I have 53 hit points now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a look over at the sphere as I go. I'll deal with this. You make sure you secure some healing as well. Don't use up all of it. Just make sure he's alive, you know, and in the moving state. As he
nods as he heals him up.
He's going to keep moving over to the sphere and wait for Cole to finish.
It takes a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 10 minutes, cause yeah. But soon enough, you're all together again, ready to keep going.
Okay, how's Azeroth feeling?
A little worse for wear. He's about half HP right now.
Okay, that's fine.
He's bloodied.
That's
He's
He'll be alright.
He's living. He's moving.
Okay. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is look over at Cole and go, how much healing do you think you can expend?
You see him kind of clench and unclench his hand. I should be able to heal up most wounds.
He nods. Feels good. You're going to need it. As I reach my hand into the orb once again, as like I did when I first got here.
Whoop. All right. You going to break the thing?
Yes. I'm gonna try and enter it first. I'm assuming it's gonna break it as I try and do that.
Yes, your magic nullification breaks it. You see the device kind of fizz out a little bit before shutting off. The shield breaking, and you can see him come back to dying normally.
I'm gonna rush on over, grab the blade, and grab his shoulder, and rip the fucking sword out of him as gently as I can. More as cleanly as I can.
You see his stomach start to bleed more. He's
my organs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wave on for Cole to get the fuck in here.
Cole runs over.
Heal.
So you see Cole try to so Cole runs over and starts to heal. He does what he can with healing words. I am so glad I did not make that decision. Holy shit.
What?
I almost made this guy. I was considering making him a blank, but decided not to. If I had, he would be dead right now. Because he would have had no way to heal him.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I would have no way to heal him if I'd ever picked up heals myself.
Exactly. So, he's gonna use up some healing. You see him just say a small prayer as he brings his hand over the wound. It's not much, but you know, it's enough to.
It'll close it up. That's the point. It'll close it up.
It's four. It's enough to stop the bleeding and stop him from dying. You see him just kind of, you know, he essentially puts a hand to the side once it's closed up. Thank you for the assistance.
I'll take the blade and kind of throw it behind me across the floor as I look down.
Roll me strength real quick.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I didn't think I would need to. Hold on.
Oh no, don't worry. It's just for effect.
11.
You throw it and it just impales into a wall.
Sure, that's cool. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is look down at him and go, "Who are you?" As I just kind of point the tip of the staff up towards his chin, like kind of lifting his face up a little bit.
He looks at you, quite insulted, for kind of smacking the staff away from his chin. I'm Drakkar. I'm an engineer. Just because you're an inheritor doesn't mean you can be an asshole.
I saved your life. You should be more thankful than that.
I am thankful. Doesn't mean you need to act like a prick.
You know, I could re-embed that within you if you would like.
And then you won't get any of my assistance.
You know, you have a mouth on you like a bartender of 20 years.
You see him kind of get to his feet for ripping like a piece of metal off a nearby golem and using it as basically a cane as he walks over, gesturing to the giant golem. It may be ruined now, but I built this damn thing. Yes, I may be a bit rough around the edges, but my skills speak for themselves.
And mine should... You know what? I don't have to prove myself to you. Listen, as he simply looks on over at him and goes, "Take a seat. We have much to discuss. It'll be better than you straining yourself and bleeding out across the floor. Don't want you opening those wounds. My apprentice spent long and hard to heal that massive gash through your chest and your stomach."
He looks to Cole. Yeah, I gotta agree. He does have some skills. That's what you said? Yeah, I agree. You see him sit down on a rock, pulls out a flask, and takes a few swigs before putting it back on his hip.
I'm gonna take a seat down on one of the rocks nearby and go, "My name is Draven Gideon. I am the inheritor. Over there, my apprentice is named Cole. The knight over there limping is Ezerath. He is the protector and subordinate of Cole. He's also one of my heroes. That construct right there is my servitor, and those two undead is Chont and Hans."
He nods. You see him look at Steve a bit more.
Steve will, by the way, Steve will walk up behind me, kind of like staying there like a little bit to my left, just kind of staying there right behind me, you know, kind of like a butler might.
Yeah, he's looking at him. Theurgy. Been a while. I never really understood this stuff too well, but it was always fascinating.
Well, you see, I've already found the Draco Lich, as well as that Theurgist that you ran around with. I was expecting a warrior, not an engineer.
He looked confused. Why are you expecting a warrior?
They said you were rough around the edges, as well as a bit feisty. I figured that meant strength, not smarts. I'm not ungrateful for it, but surprised.
You see him pull out a pipe and start smoking. Yeah. I just got some issues with a sage.
Do tell.
But
oh no, please go ahead.
But I do admit he was strong. But we always had some squabbles versus theurgy versus engineering.
Well, we're in a new age. Many, many years past your age. They've already become new bearers of titles, to say the least, to make it simple.
He nods a few times.
Here, as he takes the map and hands it over to Steve. Take it to him. He'll understand.
Steve hands him the map. He looks over it. The places where... well, the one who came before you sealed all of his greatest prizes. All of his most powerful allies. Those that he saw as indispensable. Or ones that could be of some use to you.
Yes, I've heard. Now, the sage is still alive. That lich is still alive. And he has pledged his loyalty to me, if I can free him.
Well, he nods.
When I do. It's not necessarily a question of if, as he can leave at any time. But I'm sure you know the gods are quite fervent in your destruction. So,
he nods.
He's waiting for me. Now, I've been given immunity to magic by him, and I've been already slaughtering divine left, right, and center. I govern control over night, sleep, time, and vitality. As well as my speciality lies within the divine. Casting, theurgy, magic. I'm a theurgist.
He nods. So you're thinking what kind of gift you can get from me?
I'm wondering, but I'm more interested about you specifically. Here, as I toss him my book, turn to page as I give him the page of the engine. I found the engine that was powering chains. You'll see on the previous pages some runes revolving around them. That was holding a mighty dragon, known as the One Who Consumes. A mighty beast.
A few times.
Barely held on this plane of existence. He is in our confinement. I'm assuming you have extensive knowledge of crafting such items such as these.
You seem to think for a moment. The chains are more of the sage's specialty than mine. The engine, on the other hand... that was a mix between theurgy and engineering. Without one or the other, it cannot be completed. And even then, even if you could build it properly with all the proper theurgies and engineering, I'm still not sure how it worked.
I see. Well, shame. Toss it back to me.
He tosses it back.
I'll catch it, put it in my bag.
Hmm?
As I go. You see, I live currently within the theocracy of Galar. My father, and former bearer of a title. He rejected it, however. I suppose the only place for you to go now was there. I would hope you would be thankful. Do you now have a place to stay? But do be warned. I will abide by no form of disrespect to my father, nor the clergy who reside there. I may not be as powerful as my predecessor was at his peak, but I am no slouch, and I do not take disrespect lightly.
He stands up, and he walks over to you, and he puts a hand forward for a shake. I value respect. You're loyal to your father, you said.
I am merely his sword, as long as he lives.
He nods. I can respect that. Give me a place to stay and things to make. We'll get along just fine.
I nod as I stand and I shake his hand, as I grip it firmly, as I look him dead in the eyes, as I say, I will do everything I can to gain power. Find any other allies my predecessor has laid out before me, and I will destroy those gods if they stand in my way. If that brings you happiness that I can avenge my predecessor, I'm sure it'll come to pass. They won't let me idly gain power. But I'll tell you this now. As long as you obey me and serve my father, you will be able to make anything you can get your hands on. Also, as I let go of his hand, we have a smithing divine. Fresh meat. I would like you to teach him everything you know. Do not worry.
Kind of chuckle.
Do not worry, though. He has a curse on him. If he falters and disobeys, breaks his word to follow my father, I have a curse laid on his soul. He will never be able to build anything with his hands ever again. Ironic, isn't it, for a divine of the Forge?
Chuckle. Yeah, if he's a true god of the Forge, he won't betray you or your father. As long as he's given intriguing enough things to build, damn near nothing would be able to get him to break. To a smith, a craft is all that matters.
Good. I figure we'll get along just fine then. Now then, the boon. What even do you have? You seem to be on death's door, let alone.
You see him look around. Well, I think I could give is currently either just as a giant guardian, rusted or broken down, so you'd have to give me a bit. I don't know, a week to whip something up for you. But, I will say, it should be worth the wait.
I'm gonna nod as I go. Here, I'll give you a worker or two. As I walk on over to just a patch of dirt and like some of the softer rock, as I go, alright, let's try this. As I begin doing an incantation of the throne, it's gonna spend me 3 full actions of doing this, but I'm gonna summon up 2 soft dirt golems that are just whoop and are smart. As I raise them up and go, whew. Alright. This'll do. 2 of you, obey this engineer. Become his helpers. And you, engineer, go ahead and boss them around as you see fit. They'll be more than capable.
He nods with a wry smile on his face. Alright, he has a large and toothy smile on his face as he looks in. I should be better workers than I have most of the time. That might actually let us know an order. Now, can we get out of this damn cave?
Let's. Johnsons, go pull in all the haunches. Bring them in. I shall get ready for this portal. This is his last of his effort, by the way.
They're gonna nod and go get it. The engineer's gonna, before you do this, the engineer's gonna look at you. Haunches? Do you not mean horses?
You'll see. As he begins interweaving his hands and performing the opening portal sigils and whatnot, as the haunches come up as he opens the gate.
The gate itself doesn't really, surprise him, but he sees the haunches and you see him just slap his knee and break out laughing. You see him web a tear out of his eye. Did you make these?
I did.
Quite a creative one, aren't you?
I like to think. As he walks through the gate.
I think we'll get along just fine as he walks along with you. The priests just kind of, they're not really surprised at the new face anymore. They acknowledge.
I'm gonna take a look over at the priest and go, show this engineer over to the smith. This man now oversees all magic item production. Inform my father that I have brought an expert of the craft from ages long past. He is my boon. As I, by the way, that last portion was ordered to the other one that's standing in there.
Okay. You see him run off. I see him walk off with the engineer, though, to where he needs to go.
The other one probably runs off to go tell my dad.
Yep.
And then basically we're just gonna mosey around, kind of doing our thing here. I don't really have any. I don't have anywhere else on the maps to go to. Do I? I don't think so.
No.
No, there's that's all the boons. Okay.
Well, all the ones that are currently marked.
Yeah, all the ones are currently marked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to rest up a little bit, maybe like wait an hour, then I'm gonna go see my father.
Okay. You let your wounds heal a little bit. You know, nice deep breath. Let your body rest, at least for a minute or two.
A little while. Take a short rest and then head up there. Once I've had time to actually relax a little bit, basically just get a breather in. Then I'll walk up there, go up to the door, see now, and just kind of wave to him as I'm assuming he just opens the door.
He nods to you happily for opening the door for you.
As I walk on inside, what do I see?
Your father's just reading through some scrolls. You see his pen and ink well next to him.
Is he inside the library or is he inside his chambers?
Oh, playback limit.
Oh, well,
I would say he's
don't have it yet.
Yeah. I would say he's inside of his, expecting you to come back, hopefully soon. He's in his actual, his chamber, his basically throne room type thing.
Sure. I'll walk on in there, and as I move on up towards him, I'm going to go, Father, I see we have much to discuss. I have finally done it. All of the old boons from this rod's predecessor are now complete.
Your father looks up.
Playback limit has hit me as well. So we're not going to have music for the next little while, by the way, chat. Sorry about that, but go ahead.
Your father looks to you. You can see joy evident on his face. You finally collected the rest of those things. Inheritances.
Yes.
What did you attain this time?
An engineer. That was all. No power. But I did get ambushed by the Beastmaster of the church. You know, the cult thing that we've been fighting? Yes. They assaulted me while I was trying to free this fool from his time chambers, the best way I could explain it. He was impaled through and stuck in a time stasis. I unraveled it quite easily, but that's besides the point. Fighting this massive monster. He was standing on top of a golem, and he brought in a small horde of cultists, dispatched with ease, to say the least. Though the golem did do a number to Ezrath. Quite a number. But he survived, nevertheless, so it's fine. But I am glad that his power is now mine. He seemed to have some interesting capability, but he was pathetic compared to many of the others I have fought so far. Quite surprising, to say the least, but nevertheless. We'll have to see what the next one shows. But I did get a mighty engineer, one well before our time. Well before. Oh, he apparently was one who helped create the engine that is down controlling the one who consumes. So, I think we have potential.
I was a bit surprised. Maybe then he'll be able to fix it and keep it in repair.
I'm hoping. And then eventually, once I get in the necromancer from the other location, finally out into this plane, free from his sealed chamber, then we'll be able to fully fix it. But at least, hopefully, this will buy us some time. I put him in charge over the item creation division, essentially. You know, that entire compartment of the church. I figured it would be best, since he has the most knowledge here.
He nods. It is true that it was never really our strong suit.
It might be now, but we'll have to see. I think that the smithing god will have quite a time with him. He's a little rough around the edges, and he does have a disrespectful mouth. He's hot-headed, much like a dwarf. But he's capable, I feel. If my old staff's user trusted him so, enough to seal him away, I think this very well may be just what we need. If he's as capable as the other two, I don't see why this wouldn't be perfect. Now I wonder where our next step is. I have no other pointers.
He thinks about it for a moment. I'm sure I can come up with a task for you. There are many missions that need to be completed, and far too few nights to complete them.
That is true. All right then, Father. Go ahead and, if you don't mind, finding something that needs to be done. I'll take care of it while I'm here. Until I find out wherever the base of operations is of this cult. I'll have to do some interrogating whenever I find any of them that are sentient. But at least now that Beastmaster is destroyed, hopefully they won't be nearly as mindless as they used to be. If there's any way we can send out some spies to uncover their hidden base, I would love to raid it. But I feel it'll take some time.
Glar nods to you. Well, I would love to purge them from my land. Finding them is a different story entirely. It has been a group that we've been attempting to get rid of for years now. After they, well, scattered, we thought they were gone for many years, but now that they're back, they're almost impossible to find large gatherings of them. Their leader is quite the sly one. Never staying in one place for too long and always moving.
I suppose then we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. I wonder. Has the front lines been dealing with anything new recently? I haven't heard any word for at least a month now. Since I've been over there. How's the war been going?
Battles are slow. They are quick to reinforce and send stronger divines to protect their borders once they realize they're being pushed back. After all, it had very quickly escalated from a small border conflict using not exactly the strongest of troops to an all-out war.
How is our manpower faring over there? I'm sure the paladins have their hands full if they're sending more divine. At least now our supply lines are reassured and we have more land. More land for more people, more land for taxes, and gaining more of a resource through. But I'm not sure if that was as profitable as I would hope. How has it been going?
Quite well. We were able to set up a few new towns out on the frontier. The paladins have been fighting quite defensively as to not overexert their manpower. Although I might need to send you to help give them that extra edge.
Should I push them back? Try and put a pinhole straight in there. Maybe with this newfound power, I might be able to fight a couple of their new divines. I can only assume they've sent their best to the front line. I don't think they would take this sitting down. They might be preparing a countermeasure. I think they'd be furious. At least I would be. They might be bloodthirsty. How many more enemies do they have on their other borders?
You see him call everyone the priests. He looks over some of basically all the information they have. Total 3 more. 2 of which were not really. They're smaller conflicts. We're not really sure who they're with. The troops aren't ones we recognize. Likely small tribes of shamans or barbarians.
I see. And has the reinforcements from our ally arrived yet?
Indeed, they've been helping reduce the casualties by quite a
Marvelous.
margin.
Marvelous. All right then. I feel. Give me a day. I'll head out there. If you happen to have any errands to run when I return from the front lines, then sure, I'll get them done right as I can. Just make a list for me. Would you like me to push straight towards their capital as best I can? Of course, I wouldn't be trying to take land this time. It would be purely divine hunting, you could say. Getting them all down, ripping away their strongest pieces. And then I'll leave Robin. By the way, quick pause in the RP. Fun fact. Episode, I think, no, it's episode 3. We started calling Martin Robin for no discernible reason. It was all James's fault. If you did notice that and it's been that jarring, I'm sorry. His name is Robin now. It's been retconned. It wasn't intentional, but we've gone this many episodes with it as Robin. We can't turn back now. So just kind of go. If you look down at the wiki, just kind of take an eraser and just and put Robin in there now. I'm not saying there is a wiki yet as of recording. I'm just saying, hey, if you do make one, just go ahead and, bam, retconned. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it too hard.
Don't tempt me to do that.
Do it. So, anywho, press play. I will be hunting the divine. I feel taking away their strongest piece will allow Robin to finally push in. Take away their minor forces. Of course, I'll destroy what I can, but I feel walking straight up, burning everything in my path, would allow them to come at me, something they can't take away, something they can't look away from. And that panic of them sending mighty force after mighty force at me, only to be demolished, will then lead to a breaking of their line. All of their little structures, low on power, can then be swept in with the full might of our forces. And then if we can capture their capital, if we can take their deity, I feel we can do it. And Father, I won't be going in there alone. It's only a couple days' journey to the front lines, right? About a week, you would say?
He thinks about it. Yeah, it should only be a few days.
Why don't you come with me? We could go together. Show force. Sit back at the front lines. As he reaches his hand up, I've seen our uncle again. When I arrive at the capital, if you would like, I can bring you with me, as well as many of our paladins. And then, together, as father and son, we can lay siege right there and show them the theocracy is not one to be trifled with.
You see him thinking for a moment. It is an unspoken rule that when you're the god, a leader of a theocracy, that you do not participate in normal wars. Otherwise, the land would become marred with battle, far greater than what you have ever seen. If I were to come to you into the battlefield, they would be obligated, their leader would be obligated to do the same. Well, we very well might win. That would be an amount of destruction that would not be good to bring upon the world.
To be fair, Father, I am not disagreeing with you. But I must say, we are going to kill the god regardless. What's the difference?
It's choosing your battles. If I come out now, then from now until the end, you'll have to deal with their leader. Whereas if you defeat his forces first, his power will diminish
Yes,
as his followers dies.
I'm saying only when I get to the capital. I am only saying, come with me to the front lines, and then wait. Because with this power, I can teleport you to their capital when I arrive. All I need is for you to be within a week's journey. And I'm sure we can get there.
He chuckles slightly. My son, if it is for you, I am always within a week's journey.
He nods as he goes. So, are we agreed at the capital? We shall meet?
Indeed. When you're at the capital, call me and I will be there.
Oh, good. Before I leave, though, please, I must see your strongest paladins. We will onslaught them with our best. And I will take straight through the streets as you combat their god directly. Your paladins in foot, as I and my men shall take to the streets and burn that castle down. I'm sure their second in command will find me.
He nods. It'll be a battle worth remembering.
It will. Well, we have preparations to make. We have a war to win. Now, to be fair, I would say once we capture the capital, and this should be in only a few days' journey thing, because I will not be stopping on the way. I will make post-haste, blazing through their forces, all the way up to their capital. I will make as fast of a pace as I can. Under a week's time. Once I arrive, we shall conflict this and end this in a day. A siege. And they shall remember that day with a title for years to come. All the rest of their lands will fall. And our kingdom will double in size as we lay claim to their entire theocracy. And then we can transform from just a theocracy into a kingdom. Finally, big enough to do so. I think arrangements are in order. Plans to be set forth. At least, this is we don't have any bad blood with their other enemies, do we? I don't think so.
You seem to think for a moment. Well, the barbarians were not really, Thanks for a moment more. We haven't really met them, so we'd have to make peace with them.
Mm.
I don't think it would be that hard. It's more likely that the sun god instead attacked them or did something to have them attack him.
Mm.
On the other hand, the other major force they're fighting, we're currently neutral with. I do believe you've been in their territory before.
Oh, yes. I do believe I was. I didn't get to speak with them directly. Maybe this will be a good way of brokering peace. An enemy of an enemy is a friend, after all.
He nods. Indeed. From what I know, he is quite the... He's respectable from what I know.
And their last foe?
It was 2 barbarian tribes. So...
Oh, yes. Fair. Alright, well, then we shouldn't have any issues. Once we capture all their territory, and we evolve our society, all it'll take, now that their priests will be worthless, their magic dulled, to a point of nothing, their divine will be nothing more than weakened scum. Their heroes will lose all of their power. We will be able to just round them all up and make a statement that we control this land. Burn them all in a pyre, the smoke billowing up, showing that we are strong enough to take on a empire, a theocracy that no one around us has been able to. We may catch some eyes, but we may very well get allies who want protection as well. Maybe even vassalage. We'll see. There's much to think about and consider. But the power I shall gain as well from this will be exponential if I can happen to take in and withstand the power of that deity themselves. It'll be a challenge, but I reckon I could do it. And if I can, well, we will see. We will see what can stand against us. We will be named and foreboding throughout the lands. None of our enemies will take a step towards us again. Renowned shall grace our doors. I'm excited.
He puts a hand on your shoulder. With you by my side, no theocracy shall stand in our way. Our kingdom will sprawl the world.
As it should. Well, I should get some rest. Long day ahead of us. I'm sure you can handle the engineer. Give him tasks to do would be my best advice. I'm sure he has plenty on his mind.
He nods. The nice engineers. Or, well, smiths as well. They're always looking for a new project.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Father, for this discussion. I will go get some rest, and we'll be heading out first thing. I'll go punch a hole clean through the front lines. Put a target on my back and call them forth. Rip them asunder, and then turn their power on themselves. These meager divine that are on the front lines will be a snack compared to the feast at the capital. So I must prepare myself. But thank you for your reassurance. It means quite a bit.
He nods to you. I'm proud of everything you've done.
I suppose I will just go ahead and leave then.
Okay.
Head
You
back
go
down.
and you get some rest.
Mhm.
You can see until daytime, so Azeroth and Cole are out training somewhere, and you turn in to rest, recuperate, and probably do some solo training of your own, preparing for your upcoming
day.
battle. Make
All
Papa
right.
proud.
Of course. And I think that's going to be a good place to stop for the day, I think. Unless you have anything else major planned. I wouldn't think so.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna far distance lance Azeroth real quick.
Oh, yeah, of course. But, yeah, I think the session was really, really good. I do. We have big things planned now. With big things planned now.
You know what the funny thing is?
What?
I legit made this session in an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It was
good.
fun though.
It was good.
Good time.
It was good.
I know you were expecting a warrior though. I'm surprised you didn't get like the moment you saw the automatons. I think you're like, oh.
No, I thought there was just defenders.
Oh, okay, that's fair. No, yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Because
only
I've
made all
already
of them.
seen defenders at the other one, so I was like, oh, okay, you know. I assume they're just guardians of this tomb, but are just old, basically, so that they don't work anymore, so fair enough.
And it's also the only one that's not near a village or something.
Yeah.
All once knows him.
Yep.
It's also the first one you've actually been able to, like, you were able to take him home.
Yeah, no, I have a strong feeling gods are gonna be like, oh, wait a minute.
No, 'cause he's the one that he has no magic or anything like that. He's just an engineer. No,
Yeah.
like, actual innate magic, at least.
Yeah, but I'm still saying because like I think they would have sensed the magic going down on the site, you know.
He has much less of a presence, though. It's much harder to detect than the
That's
rest of them.
true. Fair enough. I feel like someone's gotta send someone out to inspect it and be like, wait a minute, he's free at some point soon, at least.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. At least a
It's
spy
much
or something.
It's much less of a pressing thing than the sage, because the sage is like they're watching. Because the sage is someone who can like lay waste to armies by himself. The engineer is just he's an engineer,
Yeah. All right,
but what he will build is grand designs.
but boys, if you're watching live, by the way, because reminder, we're in a subathon as of recording this, boys. I will be back after just about an hour, probably an hour and a half, so I can do some level ups and then get a little break before we hop back into something or another. I'm not quite sure because we still have subathon going on.
Yeah.
So we'll do something or another here shortly. As far as for the Godbound game, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, especially for everyone watching the VOD at home, catching up on the series. This has been such a good story, honestly, and I feel like it's been really fun watching Cole, Ezrath, and Draven just get stronger and develop as people. I think that's been really, really fun. So yeah, boys, for anybody watching at home, watching the VOD, of course, I am Fossil DMG. I am a D&D themed demigod OD VTuber. Do lots of variety streams and gaming around here. Lately, it's been a lot of Minecraft, but that's because it's been really, really fun. It's got a fucking vice grip on my soul as of recording this. And I do, of course, we do Godbound every single Wednesday. Of course, today's a little bit of an exception because we had the 24-hour Minecraft stream this Wednesday, and we're doing the subathon right now, so it's been a little jumbled, but usually it's Wednesday, 10 p.m. EST. But I stream every single day, Monday through Saturday, 10 p.m. EST. You guys can catch me over there at twitch.tv/Bostel_DMG. And our lovely dungeon master up here is James, Lich of Headpats. He's been here with me through a lot of the subathon as well. He's also a massive mainstay over on the channel. You can find him over at you can find him over there at twitch.tv/Lich of Headpats, all one word. James, you want to say a little bit about yourself?
I'm just a variety game streamer. I've been also getting into doing a lot of Minecraft recently. It's been a really, really good time. Yeah, I just play some silly little games. Always do some Godbound either on Wednesdays or Saturdays. It seems. I do still want to get back and do some more TTRPGs, but so far I've been having a lot of fun doing Minecraft. I might stream that some more. And yeah,
Well,
I'm a variety game streamer.
Well, all right, boys. We're going to hit back over to a beer back screen for about an hour and a half. I'll see you guys back here shortly for the continuation of the subathon. If you guys are watching the VOD, I'll see you guys next week. So we'll see you all here in just a little while. Bye, guys.